You're still muted, so. Let me check on my side here. I'll go back to the countdown scene for a second. Or the be right back scene. I'll just double check there's nothing on my end.
Might be
There you go.
Nystagmus.
Yeah, it might be me.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry.
It was you.
Yeah.
No audio.
My bad.
Okay, I hear. So I did. I was good, and you were bad, and I was on top of things, and I got blamed.
I will switch the blame to.
Gaslighting.
No, I'll switch the blame to Discord. For Discord likes to do this thing where it switches your input and output device without asking you if it's okay to do that, and it's not clear.
It was the best opening ever. It was gonna win awards, and there it is. Well, I don't know. Dave is saying that maybe it was just Dave. We could blame Dave.
No, I don't blame the viewers.
What? No. We got to return to classic Civ show. Blame the viewers. All right. Fine.
So what are we doing today? So
you know what? I think it's a classic Civ show start, because every start's different and they're all messed up, and none of them provide a sense of professionalism or that we know what we're doing. And that's what I'm going for. I think that's what we've always been going for. We suck so you don't have to. Didn't we used to say that? This is what we're doing, Nystagmus. We're playing Civ 7. Okay, we're playing Civ 7. I know the Civ show's been not playing Civ 7. And it's just we've been going back through history, and we played Civ 4 and we played Civ 5, and I think there was a Father's Day in there, and I think it was good. It was good to sort of stretch our legs and remember where we came from. And I think that this patch that came in, it looks worthy of exploration, and that's what we do here. We explore things, Nystagmus. So here's the game. We're gonna play just me and Nystagmus today. Roman Holiday is definitely not at home resting up. He did not have a long night, okay? He's just the Prime Minister of England called him and needed him to mod the economy, and so he had to go and do that. So we understand. So what we're going to do in his stead, we're going to explore this patch, Nystagmus, you and I. We're going to see if there's anything noticeable. We're going to play, because you said I could choose the map. So I'm like,
yep, you can do whatever you want, man. It's your choice.
Archipelago. I don't think we've done Archipelago yet for Civ 7, so, and, it's my favorite map. So we're going to do Archipelago. We're doing teams. It's going to be a comp stomp. For those of you StarCraft players out there, I don't know if StarCraft owns comp stomp, but that's how I was introduced to it, comp stomp. Now this isn't gonna be a big game hunter comp stomp where it's me and Nystagmus versus one giant team. We're gonna play against three other teams of AI, and I'm going to try a Civ I haven't tried yet. So I haven't tried this Rome. And
you haven't tried Roman. You haven't tried Roman, a Civilization game yet?
No, I'm always.
It's like the classic. It's like the classic Civ, right?
Well, the Civs don't. They're not as important anymore, Nystagmus. So I think it's okay. I can like the ones I like. All right, I like Culture and Gold. That's been sort of the game I've been playing. And it's interesting after we played Civ 4 that like looking now at the cultural militaristic and militaristic economic, that's reminding me of the old school Civ abilities. So yeah, I'm gonna give them a go. And honestly, they look like a Civ that I would have liked anyways. They look like culture and go.
If we're
So
we're also playing and hoping to give some tips as we're going to the developers as well. UI note developers, because we turned off all mods, right? We're not playing with any mods.
all of them,
Right?
all gone.
So for Rome, it says Rome unique infantry unit. It'd be nice if you just, write that it's the Legion. Instead of just saying there's no unique command. It's just, yeah.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Good call, Nystagmus. Roman unique infantry unit. That it almost looks like one of those typos where it's just like insert logo here or something like that. Like Roman unique army commander. Yeah, and that's how it is for all of them. Yeah, you're right. I think it would have been cooler, or even if it just opened with Legion and then after it said.
Oh, yeah, that's what it did in Civ 6, right? It said Legion, and then it says like Rome. Yeah.
Now, like I don't know, have we just not caught that, or is that like something that was fixed with one of the mods we were using? I don't know. It's possible we just never caught it. I don't know.
This is what it looks like. So I'm going to be playing Simon Bolivar, and I'm going to be playing as Carthage.
Okay.
You're going to be playing as Rome, and you're going to be playing as Isabella.
I think Isabella, or maybe it was Spain that got modified. Either way, I don't recall. I think I tried Isabella once, and I liked it, but I don't recall if I've been Isabella. So I figured if we're doing a game on Archipelago, why not be somebody with a little naval energy, That's it. So I didn't turn off any of the victory conditions or anything like that. I know that was one of the mods, or sorry, one of the changes that was here. I'm just looking through them all. It's a lot. It's a heavy patch. The other thing I think it's going to be weird for us in Nystagmus, we've always been playing for the last, I don't know, ever, I don't know, since March, with UI mods on, so I don't actually even remember what the original interface looks like. So those are all off.
Yeah, that's
So when we complain about stuff and then later Holiday says, "You see what I mean?" Sorry, he'd be like, "You see what I mean?"
I will say though, I do like the artwork in the loading screens. I think it's really good.
It's good. And even so, this is new too, right? The extended voiceover with
there's like also tips and hints that wasn't here before.
Yeah, that wasn't here. So there you go. There's some observations already. We have our brilliant voice actor, and she actually reads a whole little description there, so that's cool. I like that. I think that was one of the community asks. Founder. Did it always say founder? Mine says founder instead of settler. I guess. Is that
yeah,
like
it was always a founder. It was always a founder. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't played in so long. I don't recall.
So it's because when you settle, I can't remember, but it's your very first settler is called a founder.
Okay.
Oh, because it makes it a city immediately. That's why.
There you go. Did you fire up our amazing Civ music?
Yeah, I did. Just playing.
Cool. I wanted to check.
I'm on a tiny island all by myself, so.
Well, we're playing Archipelago. That is it is Isabella that got an update. Plus 100% yields from Natural Wonders changed to 50% yields for Natural Wonders.
Oh, so she got nerfed.
Stats. It's plus 50%.
So I feel
per improved Natural Wonder.
Founder makes a palace. Oh well, same thing, like same difference, right? Because it makes an immediate city. I think I'm gonna go for sailing first. I guess, right? That'd be the move.
I guess. Zoo. Zoo.
Let's go ahead and get our granary down.
Okay.
Oh, civilization settled a town nearby. Interesting. Oh,
Maybe it was me.
Maybe that was you.
Maybe it was me. Maybe we're side by side. Oh no, well we're close, but we're on the same team, so maybe that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't get off this island. Oh wait.
What are you talking about? You can get off the island. You're surrounded by islands.
Oh, you have a natural wonder.
You have a natural wonder? I wonder if I get gold for it.
You have a natural wonder.
Oh, I do. Look at that. I got a natural wonder. Mountainous. This is Machu Picchu. +1 happiness on rough and mountain terrain.
Look at those yields.
In the settlement. There's some nice yields, Nystagmus. You jealous?
You got gold.
You
have gold. You have gold.
Look at this start, dude. Look at this start. Look at this start. Gold and mangoes and sheep and sugar.
No, it's not. That's not sugar. It's Callan.
Oh, is it Callan?
Yeah, it looks like sugar. I'm not faulting you for not thinking it wasn't sugar, but
Cacao. What is Callan? Callan. What is it? Is it a type of sugar?
I don't know. Oh yes, finally I got dates. Is that dates? Yeah.
What do you do with it? We club people with it. It's a baton, son. What do you do with it? We club people with it. I think I want to get to this gold.
Well, you forgot the first part before that quote, right? Is that your club?
Yeah.
We call it a baton, son. What do you do with it? We club people with it.
It's a baton, son. What do you do with it? We club people with it. I'm going to get that when I get my stream deck going again. I'm going to get that on there. Baton, son. What do you do with it? We club people with it.
Well, yeah, start using stream elements again. We don't have our follower alert or.
We didn't have anything. I don't even think we've had a follower in years.
No, we have.
Yeah, maybe one.
No.
Maybe two.
We always get more followers after the Civ give. That's the thing.
Sure, but I obviously I'm exaggerating when I say in years. But it's been a while. You know who I blame? That Sasquatch. Oh, the Sasquatch. So what's our strategy here? We're gonna like be militaristic. Like, are we actually gonna try and achieve a victory of conquest here? Are we gonna stomp the comp?
I found a wonder now too. What is it?
Oh, I think I got gold for it. Hope so.
Oh yeah, that. Okay, that. So we already have one thing. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I'm banning Isabella in the Civ game.
What? Already banned. Wow. Wowzers. Wowzers.
All right, now I can finally set sail. Look for stuff, but I can't put a. See, I can't put a settler near this because there's an independent power. So it looks like someone
did settle near.
Yeah, someone's gonna get a can of war opened up on them.
A whole can of worm. Of war. Sorry. Rushing to finish turn. Busy turn. Too many things happening. Ooh, independence. A volcano became active. Uh-oh. Okay, it seems like it's far enough away. Oh, there we go. Hello, friend. Don't call me friend, buddy.
Do you have
Don't
a?
call me buddy, friend.
It looks like you have an unfriendly.
Uh huh.
You have an
Well,
unfriendly independent power near you.
I'm gonna wow them with my amazing people skills and my mangoes. I got some nice mangoes.
Oh, looks like we met someone. Pachikuti.
We have Chakudi. Oh, yeah. I guess I can delay slightly. Don't care about any of that though. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's where his border. Oh, that's where his capital is. Interesting.
Oh, it's like, all right, Nystagmus, remember, we're going to war. We're going to war.
Yeah, I can't settle this. With this wonder, with this independent power in the way.
Well, then, which one? Is it an independent power that you want to be friends with, or is it an independent power you want to crush?
I want the natural wonder more than the.
So you want them gone?
Yeah.
You want them eliminated? I'm not going to use some euphemism. They'll be gone one way or another this time tomorrow. That was a Deep Space Nine, poorly quoted quote from Deep Space Nine. Don't make me use some euphemism.
Get the bronze working as fast as possible.
What the what? What the what? There you go. It's like, why isn't it?
Oh yeah, they did allow that now. That's awesome.
What is it? What?
So they allowed for, you don't have to like do it independently. You can just click on where you want to go, and it automatically like researches towards it.
Okay. Okay. That's like, should be like that all the time. Oh, our 3 viewers. There was a time where it would be like 17 viewers. And then there was a time where it'd be like 37 viewers. I remember those. The good old days. Good old days.
So I did discipline first to get my commander. And I'm going to go ahead and get my pantheon.
Yeah, I'm doing a pantheon too. I'll do this. What? Why doesn't it let me choose? Oh, someone else, probably Nystagmus, already chose it.
Chose what?
The pantheon I was gonna choose.
I don't have pantheons yet, so maybe it's the computer. Like it's always the computer, in like literally every single situation.
Nah, it was you.
Oh my god, they settled right across there. Okay, so Maya, afraid. Oh, I met Machiavelli.
I also, for some reason, met Machiavelli. Oh, interesting.
I'm trying to see if I can find everyone's capital.
Trailing behind in technology. Thank you.
All right, so let's just keep on building more warriors.
Well, it looks like Archipelago isn't so archipelagy. Like, we're all pretty stuffed in here. I guess that makes sense.
Well, I'm just gonna build a bunch of warriors and just go and kill.
Oh, back up to 5. Yeah, warriors. I remember this one time, I kept making warriors, and
Oh yeah,
and
you
I
pissed
made,
off. And PB was very upset about that.
and I made our guest very upset. The strategy worked. He could not stop me only building warriors and overtaking him. You have to like dedicate yourself to a strategy like that, though. You know, wave after wave of warrior. You falter even once, that's it.
Zap Brannigan strategy.
The Zap Brannigan strategy, that's correct.
He outsmarted the killbots.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
That is true.
Let's grow.
Oh yeah, let's get our science going. Ah, so this independent
Narrative
power is not friends with Pachacuti. Very interesting. Interesting indeed.
Let's build an altar.
Oh, they're building fortifications.
We get a bunch of gold. Maybe we can use this gold to buy something. Money can be used to buy many peanuts. Explain how.
Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Boom.
What are you up to here? Oh, you got yourself a settler going. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I got some settlers, and I got.
Why? Okay, you choose Archipelago, and you're on the largest island in the planet.
I know. It's pretty silly. It's pretty silly. The ironing is delicious.
All right, I have my army of 4 things.
Ooh, 4 things. That's,
I'm gonna go ahead and build a galley now,
things.
And then I'll build a colonist.
Do.
Well, Pachacuti has 35 science per turn. Oh, because he's the Maya, that's why.
Hey, Maya. Maya.
You know that OP Civ?
Maya. Maya. What? How are you being lured away? Oh, I'm gonna get there first. Okay?
King of Kings. Ooh.
I am.
Get 3 combat
Asmodeus,
strength.
King
Nice.
of
Okay, I will
Kings.
take
Look
that.
on my works, ye mighty, and despair.
All right, got a unfriendly Barb clan there. Okay, let's take a look at the civics here. Let's go to Carthage civics. I want to be able to build a dockyard, right? Yeah, I think I should be able to do that. Or no, a Cothan. Yeah, let's do the ships.
You got 8 seconds to decide.
Oh, I have to choose a Pantheon. Can I do that next turn? Oh, probably can, right?
Yeah. It'll let you.
Go out of the sea. Just got to see it up.
Yeah, that was a good one. I should have maybe considered that. Too late now.
Oh, camels? Okay, I know where I'm going to settle next. Maybe I don't need to settle this wonder quite yet. Let's look at the legacy paths now. Let's see.
Okay. So.
No one has any legacy points yet? Okay.
With this.
You know what sucks? You know what they gotta take out? So,
What?
last time I was playing by myself, right? The era ends, like the age ends earlier if you eliminate people,
Okay.
and that shouldn't happen.
It ends. Oh, okay. So it might be like it's a pool maybe, and the pool gets reduced.
Yeah. Oh, looks like you built yourself a town. Send aid.
Yeah,
What
I
does
got
send
a
aid
little
do?
town here.
Oh, you can send gold to an ally now.
Whoa, really? All
Yeah.
right, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
you can
That's
send gold
redeeming.
now. Yeah, look at this.
That's a redeeming quality.
Yeah, now you can send gold to your ally in multiplayer.
It only took a couple patches, but we got it, Nystagmus. We won.
Oh, who's right next to you? Is that Xerxes? Yeah, it is. Okay, be careful, man.
And yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do about it. They're probably not appreciating that I built a city like right where I did, but I don't know.
You get negative relationship if your borders are touching.
Yeah, it looks like our borders are touching.
Okay, I'm gonna build a colonist next now too. I'm gonna get rid of this unfriendly barb camp and
Okay,
settle right in their face.
that'll show them. I swear this settler has been like not doing anything for several turns. Probably going back and forth. What is this?
Uh-oh.
Narrative choice. Nice. What's going on here? Okay, okay. Uh-oh. I better let's add some support
Oh,
to
that's not
that.
good. They
What?
they ambushed my commander here.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound very friendly.
Hey, our continent is actually pretty close. Is actually almost connected. It's a very
Well,
strange archipelago.
Machiavelli just denounced me. That's the bad team. I got a commander coming soon, so that's good. And I'm gonna try to beat this guy for support. All right. I need this military civ to or city state to love me. Just love me. All right, I got a commander. Let's bulk him up.
Why can't I promote my commander?
And we're gonna oppose
Oh, there we go.
this aggression with all of our fury. And I'm about to Suze. Yeah, I'm gonna Suze you next turn, Susie. Oh wow, that city state got pretty big pretty quick, eh?
Which one's this?
The one you're fighting. Got a few
Oh, you
forces.
Suze them. Oh, you Suze them. Nice.
Yeah, I did. Ooh, they're a military, as I knew, so... Ooh. Oh, +1 settlement limit. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that.
Crap.
I'll take one of you in the mustard kind.
My army's getting
Pulverized, destroyed,
a little bit.
annihilated. All of the above. Totally worth it. All right, let's get in there.
Oh, when you befriend them, you can. Oh wait, can I befriend Mesa Verde?
What? I just put resources in it. Yeah, I won't put any more into it.
I like how you didn't listen to me when I said I wanted to kill them, but
What? What'd you say? Mersa Verde. You didn't say you were gonna kill Mersa Verde, right?
Yeah, I
you
did.
said you were gonna kill. Oh, I thought you said you were gonna kill Mergidio, the one that you're currently attacking.
no, that one. But I also said Mercer Verde was specifically in my way.
Well, I guess I'm on your iron.
Okay.
Yes, I'm on your iron.
Let's do that. And then one more turn I can build a colonist.
Ooh. Oh yeah, they're mad at us. We're
Yes.
90 minus 90 hostile. Xerxes and Greece, Machiavelli.
Okay, I'm gonna retreat my army away for a second here. Then I will build a
I
colonist.
support this peace. Celebrate good times. Come on. I will.
Well, my army wasn't good enough.
Oh no, Nystagmus, that's not good. Okay. I think I just built a wonder, so that's good. Building wonders is good. Let's buy a slinger. Buying slingers is good. Someone's like sawing something. Ooh, hello. That sounded like a pig fainting.
A lot of action's happening where you are right now, so I'm keeping the camera on you for a second there.
Oh, okay.
Have they declared war on you yet, or no?
No, but they definitely want to. This I can tell. But I'm not defenseless. That's the important thing. I'm not defenseless. Yeah, they're definitely coming at me here. I think I should get some defenses going. Might be smart. Might be the way to go.
Just exploring around. Oh, they have hoplites. Oh.
And they got some hoplites. But I have a commander, and I'm not defenseless.
Oh, they declare war on us. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we're at war. We're now at a state of war.
Well then.
That's a horse of a different color. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, I wonder if it's that they declared war on us because they're attacking my city-state. See if I can help my city-state out here. Maybe there's some... Give it some influence. Yeah, I'm gonna bolster its military. And I'll promote growth.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm gonna lose my galley.
What? You just got that galley. It's brand new.
Man, I could go to +2 settlement limit already. Like, man, they really, like, helped us with the settlement limit here. Settlement limit? What settlement limit? There hasn't been a settlement limit in this game.
Roman unique commander gains 1 charge to create a new settlement for every 3 levels it has. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's an expansion of Civ, right? So
yeah, that makes sense.
Mr. Burns, I think we can trust the president of Cuba.
Hey, I unlocked something.
I know you may be worried that I'm not building a lot of stuff. I got 2 settlements because when I built my first colonist, I got 2 of them. So
that's fine. I'm not immediately worried because like I've been Susan some places. You know, I've been asking people if they want to be my friend, and just like in real life, people are like, sure. No, I don't have a lot of friends anymore.
Run. Ah, crap. It's dead. Okay.
Oh, poor Nystagmus. Uh-oh. I should probably help this city-state out. Like, I've given it resources to bolster its military, but I think it needs more help. Okay, create a military unit for this city-state. Like, I hope it... Like, if I do that, it sticks around, I hope. It says last 1 turn. Better not just be 1 turn.
Settle too close to another Civ's capital. Dude, that's where I was in the game. You settled too close to me.
You did this to me. Okay, we got some iron. That's good. That's a strategic resource. And, you know, the strategic resources, they make the world go around. I'm coming, little city-state. Daddy's coming. Man, like, these guys, like, they also forward settled me. Like, I did a little bit of forward settling, but they, like, you know, they, like, really did some forward settling.
They're gonna kill my scout, but don't care. I'm doing some. Oh wow, they're really coming at you, huh?
Well, right now they're really coming at my city-state. So my other city-state, though, is pretty big, and they're sending me some help. So I think that will help stuff out a little bit.
Thank you, Pachacuti. I'm happy you are taking on the barbarians there. Then you're probably gonna declare war on me immediately after, but
I'll take 2 codices. I'll take 2 codices, please. Let's see if we can get in on this. Yeah. How about you? Okay, you're close. I got city-state support. I think it will
all
help
I heard Nystagmus
turn the
troll
tide.
Han Solo. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
Okay.
Oh my god. Let's see if I can buy some more forces.
Way to go, Pachacuti. Teamwork.
I hate how Twitch will ask me 4 times to allow ads. It's like, fine, whatever, do it. I'm not giving you money. All right, let's open fire. Is this take 50 damage? All right, I'll take 50 damage. Totally worth it. I need these guys to join me. All right, they are. They're on their way.
Nice work, Pachacuti. I'm putting the fortifications. You put your Hulches forward.
There we go. Promotion. All right, we're at war, so I think assault is gonna be on the docket. Oops. That was not who I meant to move. Ah, jeez Louise. Grumble. Alright, let's buy some units here. No, stupid turn timer.
Crap. Alright, that was cautiously optimistic. Crap.
Oh, rivers are annoying. Okay, there's a guy dead. Oh, I hate losing experience. Slinger. Hurry up, General. Get up there. Yeah, alright. You're going to join me very soon. Sea state bonus. A lot of scientists. Well, let's do that. Okay. Let's do that.
How's the war going?
It's going adequate. I would say adequate. That would be my rating of said war. It is an adequate war, but Odysseus, whatever, is getting pulverized, but they don't have any melee units nearby, so it's not gonna die, but it's also not doing that great. You go down there, you go up here. Let's get you some military assistance.
Let's go here. And I'm doing nothing for this legacy path. Xerxes has 1.
What the what? Why did you do that? Oops. Narrative choice. I need organized military. That sounds like it helped me for war.
Oh, wow. You're getting squeezed. Do you need gold?
Oh, God. Maybe. Right now, my wrist is just killing me. What I need is better technology. Can you send me better technology? Is that within your power?
Don't think so.
Like, luckily, Xerxes is on me, but is not... let's go Bastion. Does not seem to have any ground armies, which is very helpful. Ooh, I got a cultural attribute. Okay, all right. This is good. Receive a civic when I choose. That sounds good to me.
Trying Confucius and China dynasties all the way through. Exploration era and getting Golden Age science and ancient antiquity. Nice.
That is nice. Ugh.
So, my brother he's played Civ 7 too, right? I was asking him how he felt about it so far. And he said, one thing is that he says it's fun. It's just that he says that one of the concerns he has is, the difficulty level between the different paths isn't like very even.
Okay.
Some of them are very hard and some of them are very easy.
I guess if all of them lead to victory, that's not good. But I also recall, in the past, some of the victories did seem a little easier than the others. But also in the past, we had snowballing, which we don't have anymore. So, it's like the science victory could be very easy if you snowball, or culture could be very easy if you snowball. Or rather, I won't say easy, I'll say unopposed, where it's just like, yeah, nobody's challenged me on this. Yeah. Like, this is a little bit weird that the AI and Holiday, I think Holiday would have a field day with this, that the AI, I don't know about the choices of forces, like, it's sieging my city, it's attacking me, but it's with wave after wave of Slinger, and that's not going to do anything, you know?
Okay, so you can send the merchant now, like you did in Civ 6. That's cool.
That's good. I think I might buy a merchant. Let's just quickly see if I can scoop one up. There we go. Scoop up a merchant. Oh, all these guys are like dead or dying. Let's join that.
I'm only on sovereign right now, still getting used to everything. Are you guys free for all or cooperative? Oh, we're playing. Me and Zoe are allies with playing against the computer. Although it seems that the computer really doesn't like Zoe. Have you researched bronze working yet to get those archers?
Have I researched what to get what?
Bronze working.
I am currently getting navigation because I started before the war was declared. So when I get that, you bet your bottom dollar I'll go in and I'll get that. Let's do this. Like, I think I'll be okay. I think I'm turning the tides on both sides of my war. Really, just beating the turn timer now.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It sounds like a skill issue. Oh yeah, how's yours? What's going on side? All right, let's murder that, and then we'll also murder that. There we go. Archer dead. Yeah, your technology doesn't matter. I have hordes. Hordes. Also, city-states don't have rights. Oh, these guys are just... All right. You run away. They're just like annihilating this warrior in this city. But it's like, at the same time, it's not like they're it's not like they're really being effective either. Because you can't win friends with salad, Nystagmus. You just can't. Should like...
Yeah, computer still likes to throw units at your fortifications.
Well, oh my god. I'm trying, city-state. I am trying to help you here. I think this city-state is gonna fall, unfortunately. Unfortunately. There's my bronze working. Oh, these freaking... wave after wave of slinger. Okay, let's bolster your military. Let's bolster your military. Let's bolster your military. Oh, what? Killed my freaking... That's lame. Like, it was at full strength, and he's dead in a shot? That is lame. I will totally defeat a commander. I can do that.
Urban Center. Nice. They changed that now.
Like, this slinger tactic is working, unfortunately. Like, they can't invade my city, but it is working to kill everything.
I have a continental war on home continent. 3 allies against 3 allies. My team is Confucius, Xerxes, and Amani against Charlemagne, Franklin, and Trung Track. Oh my god. There, Ursa Ryan came out with a video recently. He had like a huge war in his game in Civ 7.
Cutting out a little bit there, buddy. A little bit cutting in and out. Oh god.
On a huge continental plus huge map. Nice.
I think I have to fall back. I can't help this city state. I gotta let it die. It pains me, but I don't think I have much of a choice. Them having bronze working is definitely not good for me. Now I am about to get 200 gold. Yep, I got it. There we go. Someone new to befriend.
Am I still cutting out in and out? Or
It sounds okay right now.
oh wow, they lowered your city down.
Oh, it's hard knock life. Oh, that sucks. Someone just built my wonder. Someone just built my wonder. Yeah, I gotta fall back until I get bronze working in 3 turns. That was significant. Having that bonus was very helpful for them. Looks like the comp is stomping us.
Seems like it.
Typical.
Do you need
typical.
to go?
Typical.
Do you need to?
Let's see if they'll maybe they'll agree for peace. The gates are closed at this time. Does that mean yes? There is no profit in it. Does that mean yes? Oop, free warrior. I'll take a free warrior. Okay. We gotta just fall back. Strategic withdraw. Okay, it's a strategic withdraw. We're gonna bolster our forces. We'll pump some resources into these city states so they can survive. We'll heal. Always important that you heal. And then when we have the technology we need, we will return with a vengeance. They won't know what hit them. Oh my god. Just, I don't care. Like, if you're dead, you're dead. Okay, got a milestone. Alright, let's build some city walls just to be safe. Not taking any chances, Nystagmus. I'm gonna buy some city walls over here. Okay, if you do have gold, I am about to get bronze working. I could use it to upgrade my forces. I would gladly take some gold.
Okay.
Can you, like, move? There you go. Just move. Get out of combat. This frickin' merchant.
Did you get the gold?
Yeah, I did. Thank you. I like that I didn't have to open a screen. That's very helpful. Okay, I'm gonna double down on that. Ooh, barracks. Okay, let's definitely build barracks as we upgrade you, and we upgrade you. You get an upgrade, and you get an upgrade. Okay. It looks like for some reason Xerxes has fallen back. So that's good. In theory. Of course, this war means that AI is going to push ahead for certain things. Oh, what's this? Oh, I also have hoplites. Oh, you see? Yeah, you see how you scum. Okay.
I'm about to get my Numidian cavalry, so...
Well, I got my special legion, and they're not bad. 25 is the same. Let's see, what makes my legion so special? Is it that they just get an extra movement, or
I think
what?
they can. Wait, they're stronger.
They look like the same strength. But maybe they get some kind of bonus when they have someone beside them, or either way. Oh yeah, okay. So like having some bowmen is definitely making
Oh yeah, they're like way
a big
better.
help here. They're what?
They're like way better.
Okay.
Then slingers, yeah, like by a lot.
Well, I've got one, and I will build more as soon as I can. Yeah, we killed him. Oh no, he killed me. What? Lame. Lame. Okay. Let's just
Patrick Hoodie
buy
has
a
4
bunch.
legacy points.
Patrick Goody has what now?
4 legacy.
Excellent. Make you a fishing town. Sure. You go fish. You catch those fish. I got +1 happiness right now.
Gotta play this game more on my own. I'm not maximizing everything.
Like I haven't played. This is the first time I've probably played this in a long time. I don't even remember. I couldn't even tell you the last time I played this game. That's how long it's been. But apparently the game plays itself. That's what I've been told. Wait a turn. So I'm not going to upgrade you. Okay. I am now starting to build units at a rate of 1 per turn. I think I will be able to push stuff back. Let's buy Archer up here. The tides, they are a-turning. And I'm about to get Bronze Working 2, so all of my units are going to be that much better. I think it's fair to say I pity the fool AI that tries to stomp us. Let's bolster your military.
200 gold to buy a Numidian cavalry.
And then I'll get some catapults going, and we're going to take the fight to them, Nystagmus. It's going to be a total reversal of fate. I love that I just have towns, though. Like, I have my one capital, and that's it. No other towns. No other cities, rather. All right, good. And the wheel. Let's wheel it up.
Chat, the updates. I've been playing consistently Civ 7 as part of my pain relief and relax from all my disability issues. That's great.
Oh, that's good. Excellent. Glad that that is the case.
How's your war going so far? I know you're bearing the brunt of it, but
I've turned it around completely, and now the enemy is quivering in their boots. Well, I've at least turned it around. We're gonna get them quivering, though.
are you saying merchants to Xerxes still?
Am I what? I'm still at war with Xerxes? Is that what you asked? If you did, then the answer is yes. Yes! I think actually it'd be better to like move up. And that's what I'm gonna do. Get this army.
I've thrown a bunch of war support as well, so they should start hurting.
Good.
They should start having some happiness issues.
All right. I know my happiness is definitely an issue right now. Uh-oh. I see Xerxes got his immortals. Okay, stop asking me if I can't do it. That is kind of annoying. My merchant constantly is saying, like, build a trade route. Okay, if I can't do it, just say I can't do it. Don't give me the command and then let it flash back. All right, at least another city-state. Okay, I'm gonna like scrap this merchant soon. Yeah, just go to sleep until the war's done, okay? Archers be arching. Yeah, you just stay right there.
Oh, Pachacudi declared war on Xerxes.
Good work, Pachacudi. I always knew you were one of the good ones. I was just saying it to all my friends. I'm like, yeah, Pachacuti got a good head on his shoulders.
Oh, he's friendly with us now too.
Nice. That's what we need.
Probably because
people
war against mutual enemy. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. We're gonna show this mutual enemy why they shouldn't mess with us. Oh. Where did this guy come from? Oh, did he not die? He didn't die. Okay, it didn't die. I thought that it died. That is like really good news. Okay, that means that I don't need to build another one right now, and I can focus on building archers.
Excellente. Oh, he's got to deal with Pachacudi now.
Oh my god, these volcanoes! These volcanoes are seriously, like, very
we're at the
annoying.
crisis.
We're already at crisis? Wow.
Yeah. Which one are we at? What crisis is this?
Maybe one of the new ones. I haven't heard it yet. But let's find out. Oh, here we go. A strange year. After the rains, harder and heavier than before. Unusual verdure covers the fields. Rats and mice follow. Isn't this the plague one?
Oh yeah, it does seem that way.
Let's do that one.
I'm gonna suck going into the exploration age. I don't have a legacy point yet. We can turn these off though, right?
Oh, now you're cutting out again.
Oh, sorry. You can turn off the legacy paths now, right?
I forget you. I didn't turn them off, but I guess I've heard that that's true.
Yeah, I think you can get rid of them now.
Like, is it something that should be gotten rid of?
Or they can.
I guess.
I think
I
it's
guess I
cool.
don't
Like if you have like
understand
choice, right? More choice is good.
I guess. Oh, why did I do that? Why is that even an option? Why is it an option to pillage my own territory? That's kind of weird. Unless it did outside it? I really hope it didn't. Okay. Please get out of harm's way and heal up.
Oh, I
What is that?
I disabled crisis for this game. Yeah, plague. Or pick which ones you want. Oh, okay, that's cool. You can actually get rid of some of them and stuff. That's a cool add-on, I must say.
Get rid of the ones you don't like and that you don't want to see. Tell them where they can go.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Ballista. You just stay there. Okay. Oh, my happiness is so low.
Oh, Pachacuti Chariots. All right, so I have a diplomatic, friendly, helpful. Okay. And then, okay. I have an incoming peace deal. Okay, so Xerxes wants me to give him a peace deal. They're gonna give me.
I don't know. I am about to like turn things, but I guess we could use it to lick our wounds.
They want to give me
Sure.
Pathragata. Where's that?
Pathragata. They're gonna give it to you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's like right beside my empire.
Okay.
Are you able to then give it to me?
Yeah, let's find out.
Although
Right.
I guess like you having a forward front in this could be good.
So, okay, another thing,
All right.
if anyone from the development team is for it, it kind of sucks that if I'm given a peace deal, I can't then close it to look at the map.
Yeah, yeah.
I need to be able to look at the map, guys and gals.
You're chopping though. You're chopping, Nystagmus. You're chopping. Get to the chopper.
On what?
All right. You were just chopping a bit, little bit chopping.
We gotta check
Like a
that.
helicopter. Maybe.
Gotta build a fishing key. I'm not attached to. Let me do a trade. Or. Yeah, trade outpost.
Okay. I guess I could like even convert some of these city states to my side.
I got my Numidian cavalry.
Let's do this. I don't know if there's any. Ooh, -1. I swear this screen has not opened up in a while. Drop that, and I like that.
Zozo, that's a strange way to motivate your people by burning their homes and farms. Don't pillage your own land. The commander should be sent to the guillotine. You can get a mod to give settlements to allies, but I haven't got that one yet.
Okay.
That's cool.
No, someone's thinking about it. Nope. There you go. Hey, buddy. Hey, friend. That scout is likely dead. Bye-bye, scout.
Surprised that they gave it. Oh, it's probably because of my support of the war. Because I had so much influence, so I just threw it all at Xerxes.
Oh, the chops! The chops, Nystagmus! The chops!
Maybe it's
Chop.
you.
No, I don't know. Chad, is he choppy? Is it me? It could be me. Maybe it's me. You know, sometimes it's me. I don't think it is me today, but, you know, sometimes it is.
Yeah, I hear you pretty, clearly.
I hear you clearly, except for when it gets choppy. But other than that, it's super clear. Okay. Only 150 to turn that guy to a town or a city, and 175 for you.
So Cooley says both of you are 5x5.
Okay. In the 5. 5, 5, 5. It's your ears on.
I guess it must be your headphones, man.
It could be. It you know, that is fair. I'm using this old wired, and I actually came across my proper cable, and that's probably what it is. It probably is me.
Cooley says it's your ears on Nystagmus. Zozo, you have to rename a settlement. He redeemed it.
Oh, okay. There you go. So you give me a theme, and I'll name my settlement after that theme. Give me an idea. Give me some inspiration. Clone troopers. Okay. Okay. Clone troopers.
Oh man, plague came to one of my cities.
Done. Just for you. The river of the Vat Warrior is here. That river, it's a good river. Okay. I think Pachacudi joining that made the AI get cowardly.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing that probably happened too. They're getting ready to declare war back on us.
On who? Can't remember where I saw my proper cable for my microphone. Only that I saw it somewhere.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, pardon me. Oh. Well, that's cool. I'll wait till Nystagmus gets back to proclaim what I think is cool. Might be something that's always been there, and I just didn't notice. Crisis continues. Those of healing, normally places of quiet whisper and muffled footfalls, overflow. The sick and dying stumble or are carried towards already overcrowded halls. Eventually, the healers seal the door. Some new evil grips the land. You know, things aren't good when the healer's sealing the door. Ooh. Okay, I'll do that. Recruitment shortfalls. More food, but less healing. Deal. The first of many. I should try to convert a couple of these city-states. Let's get you. Incorporate. Well, if you redeem with Nystagmus, he'll let you name the cities whatever you want. I'm the stickler that demands that it's a co-creation where you give me the theme and I'll come up with the city name. But Nystagmus ain't a stickler for those sorts of things, so he'll be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do whatever you want." That was my Nystagmus impression. No doubt you were impressed. Very spot on. Now, it's probably always been this way, and I just didn't notice, but yeah, I just was able to upgrade all of my troops at the same time through my general. Like, maybe they always did that, but I like that. That was cool. Oh, it is new. Well, there you go. There you go. It was something that wasn't that I didn't notice it before. It's brand new. I knew it was new because I'm a Civ specialist. I have a show, and you know it's called the Civ Show. And obviously, if it's Civ, I know what it is. And that was a joke. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Nystagmus. That was after 1.1. Well, I haven't been too on the patches for 7, just because you know we've been trying to figure out what our perspective is. But I like that feature. I think it's a good feature. And if Nystagmus was here, I'd tell him the same thing.
I am here.
Oh my god, though, this war, like, we are so behind everything.
Pachinatti has 247 science.
has how much? Yeah.
247.
Yeah, 247. Well, doesn't matter. There's no snowballing. I was just commenting that I like this feature of that the generals have, that you can upgrade all your units at once.
Oh yeah, they can do that.
Yeah, dogs like to bury old junk. How many codices do I have? Oh, I have room for lots.
That's why you have Civ veteran of 29 years as a follower of the Civ show for the last few years. Me, Cooley.
Well, I too have played this game since '91, so I hear you.
It's a shame you're not better at it, given all those years.
Well, take your pick. I whooped all your butts at Civ 4 the other week. Would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Well, at least I got some legacy points here. I got 2 of them.
I think when we go into the next era, I've got to quickly grab my proper sound cable so that my choppiness goes away.
It is kind of cool how we can get through an entire age in one episode, though. Still looking forward to that for this particular type of Civ.
Looks like we're getting through this age for sure. And we had war. And we had war. It just goes to show how great we are. We're just that amazing. We were winning that war, I think. Like, the AI was making some questionable choices, like the River of the Vat Warrior. They could have taken it if they had just one warrior instead of all slingers. Like, yeah, all the slingers, it did make it that I couldn't do anything about it immediately, because, like, just having 5 slingers is a great way to kill stuff. But yeah, next era, like, we have to, like, this is ridiculous. What Machiavelli has done, he's, like, right at my border. He's got to die. That's it. His people need to suffer, and he has to know that we did it. This particular crisis is, like, very mild. Like, not scary at all. I think the crisis that's the most fun is the barbarian one.
Yeah, that one is pretty crazy.
Because, like, it starts as a simmer, and then it just, like, gets worse and worse and worse. And that's what I want for a crisis. But, like, this is where, you know, I think that's through the crisis, I think, is how you can not have the game halt. I think through the crisis you can have more of a smooth transition than a solid halt. I'd like to see that. Or even a game mode that has that. Transitional ages. It's not that it stops and everything starts again. It's nope.
I mean, one way that could happen is if, you know, the crisis is like a bigger deal. Like, it's more, because the game doesn't really halt. If the crisis is more impactful, then sure, like, you having less stuff at the beginning of the next stage makes sense, right?
But, like, so for instance, a really easy fix to me, in my mind, for not having the game grind to a halt and choosing legacy path and all that and doing all that, and getting your points and stuff, is the crises can be hard, and what the crisis is, it is to see if your civilization stands the test of time. Because if you do not meet certain criteria as the crisis happens, that is how your civilization shifts. And that, like, gives you historic precedence, because it's like, this is how, you know, the Roman Empire shifts into the Byzantium because the rest of Rome has fallen, and this is the last vestige of the Roman Empire, and now you're the Byzantium. Like, there's a narrative, and it's because you couldn't deal with the crisis and you've shifted, and now in this new form of a Civ, the game hasn't stopped, it hasn't ground to a halt, the screen didn't end. Now in this new thing, that old one is gone, it's been taken over, and now you have this new one. And because you've, you know, maybe achieved certain things, like, yeah, you'll start very rapidly getting some big boosts, which will help you expand. But it's one narrative story that continues. I think that would align with what they've done, and not have that it grinds to a halt, in my humble opinion.
I mean, that isn't, like, if you want to get, like, into the history of it, that isn't, like, having a big crisis that transitions over. That's not super historical, right?
Well,
the transition of the Roman Empire to the
like,
Byzantine Empire wasn't because of, like, one crisis. It was because of, like,
no, it wasn't
massive changes,
like,
over 2 centuries.
It's a metaphor. Nystagmus, it's a metaphor, right? It's, you know, saying the end of the one era, that moved into the next one. Like arguably, England could have as much claim, as Byzantium to like the last vestige of Rome, right? And it was just like not being controlled by a central government.
Not.
But it like, well, it was a Roman colony. It was a Roman colony. All right. So take a step back from the perspective you've already assumed. All right. It was a Roman colony. There was Roman law there. Okay. There was Roman technology at work. Okay. And when England started to rise itself, like it had some advantages like certain trade networks and things like that, right? But like it did benefit, like unless you're trying to suggest that like even like the modern British society's legal system has no vestiges of Roman law at all. If that's what you're suggesting, okay, then I guess I'm wrong. But we both know that's not right. That's not true.
No, it is absolutely wrong because England doesn't have the same legal.
It's not the same, but it has vestiges.
The Roman law was a civil code, right? England doesn't have a civil code. France does.
Sure, France has civil code. You're saying right now there is absolutely no connection whatsoever.
England is. If you said
any
other continental like kind of like entity, then it's more of a point. England's kind of its own special case. Like it's an island. It's really, really disjointed from the continent. They don't see themselves as distinctly European. They do see themselves as distinctly different than people who live on the continent. So England's a bad example just because it had so many other splinterings in its history compared to like other parts of the continent. France, 100%, because Napoleonic Code is based on Roman civil law. A lot of entities in Central Europe, like where Byzantium was, very much so, yes. Same with even the Holy Roman Empire. It was the whole Charlemagne Pope crowning and stuff like that was very much like trying to recapture the western part of that Roman Empire, even though it didn't really do that. But England is so weird. Like again, if Roman Holiday was here, we could probably have more of a conversation with this. But they do have a very distinct identity compared to like a lot of the other parts of the Roman, right? But
let's see. Okay, so right off the bat, legal terms in English law derived from Roman law.
From Latin, yes, like from Latin.
Corpus,
yeah, from Latin.
That's an influence.
No.
Still an influence. And those are like equity and natural law developed from Roman law.
But you're talking about the law tradition, right? Common law is different than Roman law. Roman law was a civil code.
But it's that there were influences, okay?
Everything's influenced. Roman Empire was literally the most important empire in all of Europe, ever. there were influences.
But this is where you're in the weeds, and I'm saying so it's a way that you can see how, the Roman it died it did not survive. It's the influence in England did not survive the crisis that Rome ended up suffering through, okay? But Rome did have some. They did go and conquer England, right? Okay, maybe they didn't keep a lot of it, but it explains why you started as the Romans and now you're the English. And maybe you're not using most of their stuff, but technically you did start as
You've been saying now the English is like...
But this is what I'm trying...
Viking invasions, Norman conquest...
Okay, but you went into the weeds. And
history's all about the weeds, man. It's all about the weeds.
Okay, but I'm talking about this game called Civ and a way to continue the narrative, that it still makes sense, and that. And
what I'm saying is that if you're
Civs have united histories.
No, all I'm saying is if you're gonna do it that way, make it more of a gameplay point and don't make it as important for the historical narrative. Just make
We're talking past each other.
No, but
saying it's a gameplay point.
Yeah, but just make it history-like, but you don't have to make it like connected to any specific event.
Okay.
right? Is like, I know you talked about the Civ 4 thing, right? Where, um, the rise of the Americans was done a very specific way, right? But if you, for example, didn't have like colonies far away from England, and the game still did that, that wouldn't feel as historically like, oh wait,
Now,
they declared
okay,
war on
that,
us.
like that was what they did for that. It was on the Earth map, right? So that was based on. So obviously, you need something more that's more reactionary to what's going on with your current game. It has nothing to do with real world history.
Yeah, and then
But it's just a way to keep it as a narrative.
Yeah.
That
So what I'm saying is,
stand the test of time.
You use crises, right? Either make them harder, or and make new ones, right? Like use it as your palette, right? They declared war on us, by the way, just so you know.
Who declared war on us?
Xerxes and Machiavelli again.
Oh, so they did.
I knew that. That's why I'm bringing my army.
I don't think this war symbol is prominent enough. I think it blends in too much.
And that one, I think I should get a Diplo screen when that happens.
Oh, did he? I didn't get the Diplo screen.
I didn't
so it
either.
Must be the. But like, yeah, it's gonna end in like the age is about to end.
Yeah, it was a dumb war for them.
It's just I just in the end, Nystagmus, all I'm saying is instead of a hard stop, I think there's a nice blended way that it could be done, and I think it's something that could be incorporated into a future aspect of the game that still keeps what they're trying to achieve here, and just makes it a little bit more blended, so that's not so abrupt, and there are ways to avoid it. You know.
I think like Cooley has a good idea. You know, you can have scenarios. I think it should just be optional, right? Make more game modes, and then like, because some people, like, again, you say like you don't want the game to be abruptly ended, right? Some people might, like, I personally, it doesn't bother me that much. Like I like the idea that the game has hard ends at some point, so I can play to a certain point, then stop, and then come back to it. But again, I know that's not for everybody, so make it optional. Make it like a sliding scale of how much this is a hard stop to the game, right? Not everyone likes to play the exact same game, and the name of the game now is Sandbox, right? Make it a sandbox. Make game modes can turn on. Like if we're gonna bring it back to Civ 6, make a lot of these things kind of like the game modes from that, right? Not everyone wants to play zombie mode all the time, so make it turn it offable. Like make it so you can turn it off.
But I don't know. I think that like so that video I shared, and I'll share it later in our Discord. I think it made some good points, and it's something I've seen reoccurring, that like the reason that I think that there has been such pushback is that, you know, the ages, the way that they're doing them, it is very humankind-esque, and it was like the biggest criticism against humankind, and arguably why it didn't work, like why people didn't embrace humankind. They did not like that idea, and you know, it's on Civ 1, it's on the box of Civ 1, create, you know, a civilization to stand the test of time, and it just doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like, and it's like the one constant of all the other Civs.
Okay, and
you know, I was reading comments today on like even the Facebook Civ communities, people calling it unciv. It's like unciv. It's like, oh man.
I mean, but again,
I don't know. I think
still do
there's
what we
some
said, which
fair
is
criticisms.
Turn it off. Like have it be able to turn off, right?
Well, and the thing is, I don't know if they can, because it's such like, and that was the case in the video that again I'll share later. Was that it's so fundamental to the game, and so much of even like the buildings and everything is based on it, that it's probably not something that you can just turn off. It would have to be whatever they do is incorporate it, but also
I don't see why. Why does it have to be turned off?
Because like I just said, like it's such a fundamental part of the game, right? Like it would affect like everything. You would essentially have a whole new game if it was that you could just turn it off, right? All I'm saying is it's still on. It's just it transitions much smoother, and it's not that the screen stops, right? And that would be the main thing, is just to get rid of the actual screen stopping. Or there could be that moment of transition where you are presented with a choice. That it's that you're told, like, your civ is essentially the Romans have fallen, and now this is what it's going to be. Either you're going to be trying to continue as it is, and that's fine, or you have the choice of becoming the Byzantian, and then it has its
Yeah,
some
but that's
little
what I
movie
said,
or something
right?
like that.
Like I said, make it a choice. Make it so you could turn it off, or you can stay the same civ, or
Well, that's not turning it off. That's not turning it off. That's saying I'm not going to transition, and I'm not going to take the big advantage, and it's going to be very hard for me to do
no,
anything
but
from here.
you could turn off age transitions and stay the same civ all the way through.
I guess. We'd have to see them do that. I think it's too ingrained in the game. I don't think they could just outright turn it off. I think they'd have to they'd lose like 70% of the game. I think if you could just turn it off.
I mean, but then they can still add, right? Still, there's still like a lot of places where you can, um, improve things or change things, right? I don't like
The other
again.
and
I'm not buying that it's so ingrained in the game that it breaks it if you suddenly do something
I
like
think
that.
if they could have turned it off the way you're suggesting it, it already have been done.
No, it may have been that they're invested in it. Like, because you can do something doesn't mean that they're obligated to do something, right? They may be still trying to salvage it, right? Which is perfectly reasonable on their end, right?
Sure.
You may not want that, but like maybe there is a way to salvage it to make it so it's still part of the game and it's more fun, right? The easy
I'm
way
gonna
would be
very
just to turn it off, because the bones of this game could still be turned into like Civ 6 with improved graphics, right?
I'm gonna very, very quickly run to the bathroom because we're about to transition ages. But just let the timer wind down, and I'm gonna really. I know I saw my proper mic somewhere. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Hold that thought.
Well, I think it pauses anyway as soon as we get to, because we're going to the age transition right now. Let's do it. They have 3 Chinas through each age. That's true too. Like, I was saying to Zoe, like, one of the other problems we have is now we're starting to have games released in this media environment that I'm not even convinced. Like, when you look at chatter on the internet, I'm not convinced that everything you see is being written by a human anymore. It's being written by a bot or an AI. I'm starting to become very much a believer um, of dead internet theory. And the thing is there is a phenomenon that was coined by a linguist named Noam Chomsky called manufactured consent or manufactured opinions. And it does seem that sometimes if you read enough things online about something, you start to doubt your own interpretation of something. And I don't know. I don't want to give like obviously uh, Firaxis like a free pass here about like whether or not the game is doing well or not. But I'd like to know if it happens with other big games that are coming out. Like when Grand Theft Auto 6 finally comes out, is the same phenomenon going to happen? Is it going to have lower scores than other Grand Theft Autos, even though objectively it has the exact same type of gameplay and it's the same kind of game, and people are just mad about certain things? Or is the anger even real? Is there like an information war that's fought every single time a game comes out from like competitors? Because you don't have to put a lot of effort into it, because you don't have to hire an army of people. It could be just like a bunch of bots running around arguing with each other. I don't know. It's the reason why I got out of Twitter. It's the reason why I got out of a lot of social media, because I'm just not convinced that everything I'm seeing being written is being written by a person. Yeah, it is about perspective too. I see that. But we'll just hear like I got my 2 attribute points because I did not good in the Antiquity Age. Um, I have one friend that if the game isn't exactly like he thought it should be, the whole thing is trash. He does that with movies and TV shows. Interesting. I don't know if I have anyone who I like that. It must be very like how I. Yeah, it is interesting when if people were to say that because like then you must not find anything satisfying at all, right? That's one way to look at it. I don't know how you can go through life with a relationship with media that way, because then, like, if your relationship with media is like that, like, does your friend have any movies they like? Cooley, like, do they have any like movies that they enjoy? With that perspective.
All right, here we go.
I'm just having a chat with Cooley in the chat, just asking him about.
You're talking to Cooley without me?
Well, yeah, I'm entertaining the chat like a good streamer.
I'm freaking joking.
I'm still talking. Oh, did you pick your attribute points already, or did you go to?
I'm like I have no. I'm like in the screen right now to transition.
Okay, sorry. I have to go down to the Legends report.
Like you don't choose them. You just get to see them, right? You don't choose them until we go into the next screen.
Yeah. Transition to the next age. Now, the way that they do this, it does make sense why, at least from antiquity to exploration, why it needs to go to a new loading screen. Because they add in the new continent, right?
Yeah, I can't transition it unless they did it like, well, they can. That's what the Fog of War is for. And again, it's just slowly, as you slowly, just like in Civ 4, it starts you're the center of the world until you discover calendar.
You didn't turn it on that we could pick anybody.
What? You can pick anybody you want.
No, you can't.
What do you mean? You pick.
No, I just
picked Spain. Okay, I picked Spain.
I know, but you're Isabella. That's why you could pick Spain.
Okay, I could also pick the Inca. I could pick Bulgaria.
Yeah, can you pick the Abbasids? Yeah, but okay, in the catch, you don't have to anymore.
Oh, okay. I didn't. No, nobody told me that.
Well, I thought you could
Not
read.
in this version of it.
I thought you knew how to read, man.
That would have been a way to mod the game or some other change
No,
I had to do.
That's the patch. That's the official patch.
I have the patch. I don't know what to tell you.
No, but you have to turn it on, man. Like it's like saying, oh, in the new leaders pass, we get zombie mode. Why isn't zombies on? I don't know, man. I downloaded it. Like, you have to turn it on, man.
Yeah, I was not aware of that. That you had to turn on the sorry, when I hear patch, that's just the base game. That's not like turning anything on or off.
No, so, but yeah, in the base.
I did not.
No, but well, okay, all
right. Right. I didn't know that I had to take any action to do that.
So yes, when they have new stuff out, he's very critical. I loved Rogue One and Andor. He said it's not Star Wars because it's too dark and only good Star Wars are episodes 4 to 6. Oh. I mean, Rogue One is good. I like Andor. I
liked Rogue One. Yeah, Andor is not bad.
And to be honest, and I know this is unpopular opinion, I didn't mind Bad Batch at all. I thought Bad Batch was pretty good.
Was that the one with the kid crew?
Yeah. No. That's the new one. That's a Skeleton Crew or something like that. I haven't watched that yet. But Bad Batch is remember in Clone Wars the the clones that had problems with them or something. They were called the Bad Batch. Like Bullseye, whatever. Like they look like they don't look like the same other clones or whatever. And so it follows them after Order 66 because they're because they're like anomalies, they didn't get like the order. It didn't work for them, and so they like it's following them essentially.
Mm. It is interesting that the Star Wars has pretty much just gone like, let's see what content we can make, and they just run with it.
Why not? Hey,
like Star Trek's doing it too. Star Trek's doing it too.
Right? I'm interested to see like if I'm sorry, I'm just a person that tries to focus on positive things and not focus on bad things. No, that's good. That's a good perspective to have. Glass half full. That's cool. Now, I do get that there are a couple things. A, to make this transition easier, I don't mind the load screen or like the exploration age just started. They can make it so that my army doesn't completely disappear. Like, that can do that, right? Right? Either you weren't listening to me.
Sorry, I was trying to see if by switching my... These literally are from 20 years ago. But it does sound a little better now. What were you saying?
Oh no, one way to stop the transition, like the load screen and all that stuff, I don't think is that big of a deal because it kind of seems like it could be like, oh, I came back to the game, right? I don't think it's that much of a cut, but it's when all my armies are gone now. That's right?
What I'm talking about.
No, but they can change that. They can make it so that doesn't happen, and that's not that that in itself is not critical to the game, right? At least I don't think it is.
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if that's what they do.
I didn't get a cog.
I only got 4 points. That's all I got.
Why didn't I get a cog? Aren't you all supposed to get a cog at the end?
Get what?
You're supposed to get a cog, right? Like the ship.
Oh, I got a cog. That's interesting. The town that Machiavelli stole was handed to Pachacuti.
Very interesting.
Kind of weird.
There's a Darth Vader standalone movie coming out that looks amazing, where Hayden Christensen will be Darth Vader. Oh, really? I didn't hear about that. Makes sense. He'd be around their age, right? He'd be the right age right now to be Darth Vader right after.
Yeah, it'd work. Yeah, this is messed up. Somehow they gained my city states. I don't know, is that a special power that this Civ has? I don't know. That's really dumb. Like it did not have these towns before. And I'm pretty sure there was a city-state I was choosing over here. So I don't know what's up with that. It must be a Civ ability if they got.
Which one did they take?
I just you know what, I'm baffled. I've never seen this and it doesn't make sense.
Oh wait. So we got it. After we're done this game, so we got to go over the front thing for you. Because there are things that are toggleable, like one, the city states are gone.
Yeah.
Right, but I think
they're gone. But like they did not have Xerxes did not have these cities up here, and now it does somehow.
Oh no! You made did you explore that area? I don't remember having that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I explored it. This was empty.
I have YouTube now. I can go look.
You can go look, but yeah, this is. Unless it somehow in the last 10 turns I didn't notice them build cities there. I guess that's possible. I don't recall this Uxmal either, but maybe it was in Fog of War.
Which one? Uxmal? Yeah.
Uxmal.
Yeah, Uxmal was there.
So I didn't have that, their empire, maybe. But, like, I don't recall these cities up here. But, all right, whatever. Probably just me being senile. I was around for Civ 1 after all.
There are no new cities. There are no city-states at the beginning of the New Ages. Okay. I thought you could have made that turn on, though. Like, you could turn it on so that you had cities now. City-states. Like, they carried over.
I don't know. I just keep getting gaslighted. That's all I know. It's the story of my life. There wasn't a city there. You don't know what you're talking about. You're the one that's a problem.
No, that Pachacuti one was there, though.
I'll accept that the Uxmal was there.
Because I had to pass it. I remember when I was moving my army over to fight Xerxes, I had to ask for open borders. Oh, they'll start spawning the first few tunes in the New Age. Okay. That's one thing they can change. They should stay.
I remain highly skeptical.
That's one thing they can do. They can change that to, the Indian powers. If they're city-states, they should stay. Barb clans, I don't care. Like the ones that aren't city-states yet. But the city-state ones should stay.
There's no reason that Noraxi should now be Pachacuti. Like, no reason. It was controlled. It was one of my city-states, and then it got conquered by Machiavelli.
Oh, maybe when they made peace, it offered them that thing.
I'm pretty sure that when the last turn happened, that was still under their control.
No, but I mean,
but
like,
I
in
did
between
step
the
away.
ages.
Oh, they had a behind the scenes in between the ages. If that's the case, that's even worse. I don't know. Maybe it's one of the legacy paths you can choose is gain control of cities opponents conquered from wars that you were not involved in. Cool.
Showing transition for new eras, I guess. But it's just like Zoe said, like maybe you can have it toggleable that independent powers stay on, and just again, more choice the better, right? You want to play it a certain way, that's fine. Some people just want a little bit more choice. I think that's fine too. I do like the idea of having hardwood. Like some of these resources are just so cool. I love it. Hardwood. 20% production towards naval vessels. It's awesome.
Hardwood. My mangoes turned into chocolate. How do mangoes turn into chocolate, man?
Probably just play this game as far as we can, right? Because next week, Roman Holidays probably come back and do a new game.
Yeah, Darren, we're playing Civ 7. We're gonna try and stick to it. We'll see. We're still gonna. I still want to get our game of Beyond Earth in. So I will be petitioning that that we play that in the future, and we will very likely give our old buddy Civ 6 a ring-a-ding over the summer.
Oh, there you go. Damascus has now spawned near me.
What do I think of all the changes? We were just talking about that. I am still very much on the fence. I don't know if any amount of changes can fix the main issue that I have with the game. But the thing is, too, I want to give the new way a go for sure. I just think there was a better way they could have gone about it. Like the other one I was thinking of, Nystagmus, was during crises, whether you adopt another civ, shift into another civ, could also be based on policy cards where policy during crises, certain policies are put forward that if you adopt that policy, it's a rejection of the other civ that you were that part of, and transitioning into a different mindset, different civ, different way of doing things, if you will. Like, say if you were this island nation and you're like, nah, we don't like most of what you're doing, we're gonna do our own thing, but there's a couple little things we'll keep your roads and your trade routes, but we're gonna abandon that whole civil law thing. We'll do like a common law thing because that's a policy shift. So I think like they could have incorporated it that way, because sometimes the funny thing about policy in this game, if you think about policy in a historic context, sometimes that's what can set one civ apart from another. You can have two neighboring countries that are like, have identical origins, that they're from the same, and it was just how the society looked at certain things ended up making them different countries, right? Great example, Canada, United States, right? We share a common heritage in every way, shape, and form, right?
Okay, I'm gonna say that losing all your money, like, I didn't lose all my money. I started with like 1,000 gold.
I got more money than I ended with. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I think the case for that is fair, that it's just fine. And I think it was Holiday that was saying this. It's like fine, but just what's the formula? Don't keep this a secret. Just say like, what is it? You have all of these other things that's like, you must do this checklist to get all these things. It's just one thing. Just tell us how the gold is generated so I know what to do if I want to keep my gold. Or if I can earn more gold. Whatever it is, just tell us how it's done. And that's fair. I think that's very fair.
I think
rather, it's not
so.
unfair.
Here's what I think is going to happen. Right? This is my prediction. I think that the game's still going to have a lot of issues. We're going to have to wait for like an official expansion before a lot of the changes that you want to see are implemented there, though. Because the expansion could be like another game in itself, right?
Well, and that's fair. And like that'll be when they finally, Fraxis comes to their senses and they're like, Zoe, we need you. And they reach out and hire me, and that's it.
You know what I love about you is how modest you are. Your modesty has always been like
I'm the most modest. There's nobody more modest than me, Nystagmus. Nobody. I'm the most modest. Hugely modest.
Agree, it's better. And then, let me see.
Look at
They
that.
should have hired Zozo as a consultant.
He said that on his own, by the way. He said that on his... I didn't see that. He said that on his own. You see? Or they. Sorry, Cooley. I'm not assuming anything. Training an infantry unit grants culture equal 25% of the cost. I like the sound of those marbles.
You know what?
What?
One of the things that is, you know what is cool about the transition though, is that it's not like a transition where it's flat. It's a transition where like everyone's yields go up.
Where everyone's equal?
No, like if you're at near the bottom, your yields go up. Like my science has doubled from the previous age, and Pachacuti's has actually gone down by about 25%.
Well, yeah, that's half the criticism, but you're not wrong. Like, but it's a reset. That's what they're doing. They're forcing a reset. Again, though, I think that's something that can be incorporated without the game stopping and it resetting because, well, we're just going to make it happen. Stuff like that. Like if this was a D&D game, it's like, okay, as the DM, I want that stuff to flow in the story. I don't want to just have to say, it is because I said it is, you know? So I think there's ways that they could build that in if they want to level things out. It's like, okay, like who's getting hit the hardest is those that are in the biggest lead. And this is like what they have to deal with.
So, devil's advocate, right?
You advocate away, my devilish friend.
Is at the very least, this one seems to be incorporating a story. Like, I would argue that Civ 6 didn't have a story. There's no narrative behind it. It was just
all of them
snowball forward.
All of them have a story. They all have a story because
really.
it's one. Hold on, it's one. It's standing the test of time. It's your game from beginning to end. That's your story, right? You know what happened. You know how your city's transitioned or whatever because you were playing it. You were part of it. This is a behind the scenes. The curtains close. Everything opens, and here it is. And that's just, you got to deal with it now. This is what it is. You didn't get to see that story. You didn't get to make any choices during that story. All right, your part is done. Here we are. We're in the next chapter, and everything's changed. It's effectively a new game where your previous decisions, yeah, they're going to affect it, but it is effectively a new game. And I don't think that is Civish. It doesn't feel Civish to me, rather. It's Civish because, you know, they own the Civ and they can tell us whatever they want. They can say, yeah, this is Civ. So, in other news, I didn't hate playing Civ 5 last week. Didn't hate it. Didn't hate it.
I could always go back and revisit old ones too. We did that before.
Well, you know, Civ it's one of the glorious things about Civ. Is all of their games are like I've just been on a bit of this weekend, a bit of a Master of Orion. You know, I revisited Master of Orion 2, and then I just revisited the newer Master of Orion, and I was like, yeah, good times. It was interesting with Master of Orion 2 and Master of Orion. Master of Orion, the newest one, Conquer the Stars, basically was Master of Orion 2. Like they took Master of Orion 2 and was like, okay, we're just gonna make it better, and that's what they did. And because Master of Orion 3 was a SHIT show. Thanks, Rex. Good to see you. Knock your tears away. Worries for another day. Knock your tears away. Down at Fraggle Rock. My people, Nystagmus, my people here, okay? Playing Civ for 30 years. Living through the ages. Celebrating the rock.
It does seem that at least the AI remembers that they don't like us.
It's hard for me to judge AI because we've been playing with, you know, we haven't played, and I'm pretty sure some of our mods are AI mods. And like I said, like one of my criticisms for the AI in this was like, why are you attacking me with nothing but slingers? Like it was very effective at making it that I couldn't do anything, but all they needed was one warrior, and the river of that warrior would have been theirs. One warrior, that's it. That's kind of why I want to include that warrior in there. So when they didn't send one, that's why it's still mine. I thought it was interesting that Holiday was kind of complimenting the AI from like Civ 4. Like, that's an older AI. It did what it did well, I guess. Oh, Rex. Booth 3 was so rough. I tried to love it. I was so excited when I heard it was coming out. I tried so hard. I actually saw a Kickstarter today that, like, I couldn't tell it. Like, it looked like an official Kickstarter, but it also looked like it easily had been generated by AI. Because it essentially was Master Orion. It's like Master Orion at Centauri or something, at Hatari. But it looked almost exactly like Twilight Imperium. So it's like, it's so just like good though. I hope that they do stuff like that. I would love to see a Star Control StarCon board game and be like, yeah, let's do it. StarCon. Alpha Centauri. Rex, I was just last week, I was showing off my autograph signed Sid Meier Alpha Centauri cartridge. Original packaging. I think it was very clever that part of the Fraxis tour is they got a bunch of them. And it was probably like, well, we got a bunch of these things, like the ET game. We got a bunch of these things. What we're going to do? We could bury them in a dump somewhere. Nah, I got a better idea. Whenever we need Sid to give someone an autograph, here you go. Here's your autograph signed Alpha Centauri. It's perfect. It's like a beautiful gift to receive. I like that should be in the pack. It might be on Steam. Alpha Centauri was an interesting game. It was an interesting game. It was like it had like, and I'm pretty sure that was an example we brought, like that it came out between 2 and 3, and it had things that we saw in 3, because the story in Alpha Centauri is that so in Civ you win and you send your spaceship to Alpha Centauri, and this is the story. This is the next game of that ship. What happened afterwards? And in Alpha Centauri, this is where you saw the first time that Civ's having like a distinct characteristic, because on their way to Alpha Centauri, they fractioned. There was factions were formed, and there was it was fictitious, and they split. So by the time they landed, you had like these different sort of groups with different perspectives, and it gave them different. And it was like, that was interesting. It was an interesting spin on it, and I think that's like sort of the proto Civ 3 special abilities I think we saw with Alpha Centauri.
Okay, not to interrupt, sorry. The way that the UI looks like when you're trying to befriend an independent looks way better. Like where you can add support, you can see who's in the running. Looks so much better.
We need to have a video where we compare what it used to look like. I don't know if that's possible. Ooh, I got a religion. They still don't have my turtle. That's how I'll know they're listening to Nystagmus. I'll be like, all right, let's give him the turtle. We're listening.
That'll shut him up.
See, I think they don't have, yeah. They don't have your symbol, but I think the peacock is pretty good for you. This is the new one that because I can't really be the traveler anymore. Okay, better, swing better.
Oh, I met Augustus.
And I'm just choosing a religion. That's why I'm not jumping up and down. Feed the world, sure. I went the surprise route, pretty much.
Surprise route.
For what Cooley asked, did you guys watch or read any of the patch notes, or did you want to just be surprised? I'm curious. I pretty much didn't read any of the notes.
I knew some of them. And then Darren says, at least in Civ 7 now we can play the world out to take it over, but still sucks that they redo my armies. Again, I still think, toggle it. Toggle. It can be turned off. Let people keep armies sometimes, let people not. Like just do that.
And you know what? That's fair. It's fine. It's a cromulent solution. The one I'm putting forward is more like, since you made this choice, we will assume it was important to you. So in that context, this is the suggestion I'm giving.
Yeah. Well, in the context of like the transition, you can make the transition softer or harder, and I think that could be something that can be toggled. Make it harder for some people if they want to toggle that up. Make it more seamless for other people.
You know, the precedence for something like that too would be, you know, like when we played Civ 4. This was actually one of the cool things about Civ 4. Was Civ 4 was like the ultimate custom game toggle. Like when you made a game in Civ 4, like it had like everything, all sorts of things that you could turn on and turn off. Do you want to have that people have to use the same leader and the same civ and like all sorts of cool stuff? Yeah, they could do something like that. They could have that it's like a custom game and all of these things are interchangeable. That is some coding that is all about how, like from a coding perspective, how much all of that stuff is interchangeable. How much of it is it embedded in like the fundamentals of the game, and how much of it is just a stack that you can add one on top of another. I think that's how games should be built, though, is to stack one on top of another. That they're all like Lego, they're all interchangeable, and nothing is like so fundamental.
That's how like you can technically patch any game to do anything, right? It's just how much work it takes to do.
Yeah, maybe. Like, so like even for Civ, so Civ 6, we saw all sorts of interesting mods and stuff like that, but ultimately there's still some things that were just required. It's a game about building cities or units, you know, and you can have one or the other, and all the mods and stuff like that is like either you're building cities or you've got units. It's not like you can turn it into like Tetris. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no,
Although maybe
yeah.
you could. I don't know. Civ 6 maybe. Civ mods maybe. I believe it. I believe it. Challenge accepted. We got the Civ Tetris mod. You know what's another one I'd like to play over the summer, Nystagmus, maybe for a community day, is the Super Mario
Civ 6
mod for 6. I love that mod. I thought I think it's just such a great example of the creative canvas that is Civ.
I still want you guys to play StarCraft with me, so I can feel superior for once playing these games.
Well, if you want, like, we can, yeah, of course. We'll play StarCraft. We'll do a space month and play StarCraft, and then we'll play Master Orion, and then shoe will be on other foot.
Oh, Harriet Tubman. Let's build ourselves a fleet commander. I will say I love the graphics of Civ 7 though. We do need a mod that will take that crap out. All the crap out. I think it's because the big time frame between Civ 6 and Civ 7. So people expected Civ 7 to be so polished. Civ 6 was hated by a lot of people when it first came out. I mean, yeah, it's true, but there is like something uniquely off about it. Civ 7 did change a lot compared to like almost every other um, Civ. Which again, I want to give credit for um,
Risk taking.
the risk taking. That's
Yeah,
the thing
and
about
that's
taking
fair.
risks. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't land, right? That that like there would be nothing worth the risk if there was never ever like the whole point of saying like taking risks, right? Because the thing that everyone wants to say like, oh, they never want to take risks, and then this is the reason why,
But
right?
at the same time, there is something to be said about taking calculated risks and taking moderate risks.
I think
And
this still was a calculated risk, right? Which is a
I don't know. I
Civ.
think they listened to the wrong focus groups. I think they listened to the wrong
No, no,
focus
but
groups, or
hey,
they got the wrong thing from it.
maybe I'm not saying that it paid off. Like I'm not making that argument, right? Again, you could still you could take a calculated risk and still be wrong. Like the fact that if they were
Sure.
wrong or not is not proof, right? What's the saying? Um, Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, right? Like just because you could say it didn't work out this time, which you have a good argument for, doesn't mean that it wasn't a calculated risk. You could still be wrong, right?
Okay,
Um,
but okay, at the same time, okay, respectfully, if I was making a new Halo game and I said that, instead of it being a first person shooter, we're gonna turn it into a strategy game. Okay, and they did this. They did this.
hey, and
It
you,
was wildly unpopular amongst the Halo players, and it did introduce a new thing. Like you can do that, and that's fine. But that was a standalone game. It wasn't. I wasn't calling it. I didn't say this is Halo 7, and it's a strategy game, right?
so do you think
It
that's a
was
fair
called Halo
comparison?
Wars, and they made it a separate thing. So I think there was a fundamental component
I know, but
of Civ that
did they?
stand the test of time
Okay, no,
that
but
isn't
that's not the
present in
same.
this
Like
game.
you're talking about like they didn't turn Civ 7 not into a 4x strategy game. It's still a 4x strategy game, right?
It's a 4X strategy game, but the one component that's been present in every single Civ game, stand the test of time, isn't in it. They went with, I think, two things. They went with the humankind concept that they thought would do really well. And for some reason, the assumption that a lot of players don't finish their games, well, let's give them a game that they'll finish. No, a lot of players don't finish. It's not because they don't want to finish the game. It's that the most fun part of the game, there is a certain part of it, and seeing the victory screen isn't important. It's just not important to see the victory screen. But you still want to have like the most exciting games usually with Civ were the ones where that you're able to like get a big advantage early and,
Now,
and you're able to snowball.
can
And you're
I
like, yeah, let's see if I can do that.
can I give a counterpoint?
Sure, go for it.
If this victory screen wasn't so important, then why did everyone in Civ give focus on getting this victory screen? Why was that such a big deal?
Because in the Civ give, that is a poor argument because in
Why?
the
Why?
Civ give
you
in the
you compared
well, hold
Halo
on,
Wars to
because
Civ 7.
no.
Oh, they declared war on us
It,
again.
of course they
Forever
did.
war, forever war.
It's because of what you just said they did it. That's why they did it. You can't the Civ give the victory screen for the Civ give. We all want to see the victory screen as part of the charity event. That's not us at home playing the game on our own. right? That's a completely different. The entire Civ game is just about a bunch of banter and raising money for a good cause, right?
I mean, sure.
It's a completely different aspect of civilization, right?
I do agree with the idea though that if you're making a game, okay, so my counterpoint is this, right? Do you not see the reason why someone, if you were building something, so if you built uh, your own D&D game and you're a dungeon master, right? And
Yeah.
literally no one ever wanted to play to the end of your D&D story, you wouldn't see that as a problem?
But you know what, dude? That's a terrible. And I'm
Why is
sorry.
it
You
terrible?
just
Like,
that's. Oh, hold on. Let me tell you why. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You just fell for a trap, though, because ultimately role play games have the exact same issue. Is yeah, we want to get to the high levels, okay? But we also know that when you get to a certain point, when you get to like level 14, 15, the game's just not the same. The game's just not the same. It's just so much more fun when you have that struggle going on between the lower levels and mid levels, and that's just always been D&D. It's always been D&D. The options are there and players can certainly do it. Most adventures don't go that far. All right, the game kind of drags a bit. Things get a little bit too bogged down. There's a lot of item creep and power creep and all of these things. So they just don't go that far, right? It doesn't mean that it's good that the end aspects there. So great. It's like 1 to 20, great. But the most fun games are in that 1 to 13 area. And I think the same is true of Civ, where yeah, some people they'll grind right through, but the most fun is in that one to like the early
maybe we have to,
modern era, and then I want to start a new
yeah,
game.
maybe we have to bring it to a game we both played, right? Because I don't really play D&D.
Okay.
So how about this? The fourth edition of Twilight Imperium is superior to the third edition. And one
Sure.
of the main problems with the
But
third,
why is that?
wait,
Why is that?
can I finish my whole point before you interrupt me? um, one of the biggest problems with the third edition when I used to play was that one, setup took like an eternity. The game took forever. You never, I don't know. I can count on one hand how many times my friends and I would be able to finish a game in third edition, and it's really hard to convince other people to time sync so much to not get like who won, right? Like for every game to be like, well, this is who won because of this, and this. We all have to just agree with it instead of like an objective. No, you made the victory conditions, you got the victory points, and you won the game, right? The fourth edition streamlined all of that. It made setup way more easier. It made it so that the game was a lot more streamlined to get to the victory conditions. And then you would actually have the game. And anyone who's listening right now, if you haven't played Twilight Imperium, like third edition, it would not be uncommon for those games to drag on for like 12 hours, right? Like easy, like 12 hours easy. And the fourth edition, you can probably like it's still a long game. Like no matter what, you're very much having a particular um, type of person play these games, right? Because even the fourth edition, the game would last maybe about 6, I think, hours is a good timeline when you tell people like how long they would have to stay over or something like that to play. So that would be like my example in terms of like trying to get people to the end of the game as opposed to just being okay with.
But okay, like, and I get like Twilight Imperium had a lot of fiddly bits, and that's why it was just it could be a very long-winded game. But I don't think that counts. I don't think that's what's with Civ, because Civ has that. It just has this replayability that even if you're winning, like I've had games where even I'm winning, I'm like, yeah, I'm winning. I can guess how this is going to end, and I'll start a new game. I can guess how this is going to end. I'll start a new game. It, it, I don't have that feeling here. I don't, and I haven't yet. I haven't had like other than the novelty that is novel and it's new. It's like okay, yeah, okay, but I'm not so much. You know, returning to game my Master of Orion and Stellar what is Stellaris. All of them have like I'll play a game for like 6 hours. I'll dedicate to a game, and then suddenly it's like either it's very clear I'm gonna lose now, or I don't want to grind it out. I could. I don't care about the victory screen. I had fun though. I had fun for the time I'm gonna start a new game. That's what I want to do.
Then
and I think
would one way to like
I think
one way
changing the game in such a way that robs me of that, I don't like that. I feel I've
then
been robbed of that.
would you be okay with them saying then, okay, well then the game ends at 1900 because
No,
we have
every game, because it's one constants of all civs is I can go to Alpha Centauri if I want to. The choice is there. From the first game I get, I buy it. I can go to Alpha Centauri.
I know,
So
but
one,
if you
two,
have
three, four,
statistics
five,
showing
and
that no
six,
one does
I can
that,
go to Alpha Centauri, or I can conquer the world. Every one of them has at least that. And then they've added, sure, I have these alternate ways that I can win. Cool. None of them had that at a certain point, the entire game resets. You have to start again with unsure mechanics. And, you can switch your civ, though, if you want. Can I be the same civ? Yeah, not always. Like, none of them are like that. None of them, like, there is a game I remember like that. It was called Humankind, and I didn't like it. And a lot of people didn't like it. And it's just, it was not the lesson I think that should have been learned. And I don't know. It almost feels like the decisions were maybe being made by someone who maybe didn't understand the stakeholders. And that happens a lot. Like, calculated risks are fine, but like, I don't know.
I still think I still think maybe it was still a calculated risk, right?
I don't think this was a calculated risk.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
goes
we don't have any evidence beyond that,
calculated.
right? Because like it's hard to prove that one way or the other.
Okay, you can. It's very easy to prove
How?
because every game since the first one, we can see very steadily like what happens, and players are playing it and they're like, yeah, this is good. There's a lot of stuff that I recognize, and they change the wrong parts. And it makes it feel less like Civ. That's it. Like, it's fine. It's like, all right, you took the risk. Now, for me, as a passionate, I love Civ. It's like one of my I've dedicated a large aspect of my life to it. I have that every Sunday. I'm on this show about the Civ game, and I love it, and it's an important part of my life.
I mean, Rex.
And now something's been presented that's very meh, and I'm not playing it, and that's the part that makes the empty feeling. It's like,
so
I don't want to criticize it. I don't want to criticize
the only way,
but I don't. I also haven't been playing it.
So Zoe, the only way we can prove it, it's not like your perspective, okay? So there's a couple of problems. No, wait.
Yeah, this is all.
But
this is all,
there's a couple of problems.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, but
I'm not disagreeing
there's a couple of problems with making that perspective, right? Because it assumes that. Oh wait, crap! I didn't realize that Machiavelli was right on my border when we were talking.
Look what happened. You were distracted.
And so the assumption is that your perspective is like unique or is not unique but like common, right?
I don't think it is unique, but
no, but what I mean is like it's common, right? That mean like your perspective is what almost everyone else feels the same way or is very similar. And two, that the people who are developing the game don't have that same passion and want to try something. Now, the way you could prove it that they listened to the wrong person is if internal communiques came in that the reason why they did it the way they did it was because of like a single person's perspective, and it was kind of like pushed through. That's how you can prove your perspective that it was not a calculated risk, for example. I
think the mistake here, though, Nystagmus, I'm not saying I'm right, and I don't want to prove anything. I'm just saying that there is an emptiness when I play that I don't want it to be there.
I'm not arguing your perspective. Like your view of how the game feels is valid, right? I'm not taking that away, right? What I mean is,
I don't think you are trying to either.
Right. What I'm saying is that if a developer who's been like, and we know a couple, right? We've talked to them, right? They have passion for the game. They love the game. And if they wanted to try something new because they thought from their perspective as someone who's been playing the game and made the game, they felt like this change would be positive, right? Then I think that means it's a calculated risk, right? The way that you can find out if it wasn't is if, like, again, there was a very particular view that was kind of like a one singular vision that wasn't taking into account everyone else involved, because part of the, you say like the stockholders or the like whatever, like that includes the developers, the people who put their, you know, their blood and sweat and tears into the game to make it, right? They're included in that. They're one of the stockholders in this whole process. So if they felt like in their vision boards and stuff like that that this would be a positive change, then I think that's still a calculated risk because they're ultimately the people who make the game for us, right?
Yeah, and that's fine. I think like everything you're saying is completely valid. I understand I'm arguing from a totally anecdotal and emotional perspective. I I don't like completely hate the game. I'm just saying that for whatever reasons, and I don't think I'm alone here, it's just not the same. Something is so fundamentally different that I'm not coming back to it and playing it over and over again. I play it on Sundays when we play it. More
Sorry,
to respect the respect the to respect the developer, to respect like I love them. I do. I've met some. You've met some. I it's not from a place of malice, and it's not from a place of saying trying to crap on something. It is just sharing like it makes me sad that I don't feel the way that I feel about, but I still love the franchise. And like when we played the other, I was like, I went and I played Civ 4 after I started a new game, played some Civ 4. Um,
wait, is
I
this?
get it. I get it. I get should take risks and all of that. I understand. I don't know how we came to this point.
No, but because
And
no,
I'm gonna
we can't.
keep playing. I'm gonna
No, no,
keep
wait,
playing.
we
I'll
came to
keep
this point
playing.
because you disagree
Okay?
with me on that.
I'm not, but I think you're perhaps mistaking this for an argument. I'm not arguing anything. I don't think anything you're saying is incorrect. I'm just saying that it saddens me that I have that's there, that kind of emptiness playing the game is there. I want that it's filling that, uh, that 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 place. It's like that knowing an old friend. When you see an old friend, like a good old friend, doesn't matter that you haven't seen each other in 10 years. You pick up where you left off and you keep going.
Yeah.
And
Rex,
and this feels a lot like a
yeah.
stranger. That's it.
Rex,
That's
you
all I'm
don't want to
saying.
use that as an example, Rex. Do you want Zoe to go on a rant about how bad Civ 5 is?
Hey. We just played Civ 5 last week, okay? Civ 5, for all of the things the issues I have with it, okay? And I've said this before, Civ 5 was revolutionary, all right? There were lots of revolutionary things in it, all right? It's just that at the end of the day, it became too easy to win, and that's fine. But, like, man, was Civ 5 such an amazing
Actually,
innovation from Civ 4.
Rex does make a good point. Actually, he's at the point of whether or not Civ 5 is good or bad,
Let's look what the
right?
community's saying.
So,
I'm here blah
yeah,
blah
why
blabbing.
why is Civ changing so fundamental? But Civ 5's global happiness that punishes you for expanding the way 4X games have always been. Oh yeah, so that's true. Like Civ 5 did change that aspect, right? Like usually 4X strategy games rewarded you for expanding as hard and as fast as possible, right? But Civ 5 was different. It was actually you build tall, you don't build wide. So that
Yeah. So Civ 5 though, like what they were trying to innovate, and fairly so, was in Civ 4 the stack and the clutter was massive. It was all over the place, and you had tons of units, and it was still fun. It was still fun, but whoa, did it get out of hand? How the function of the stack and how that all ended up evolving. Okay, so they tried to simplify it with a more strategic map where there was less map it and you needed fewer units, but they also added components like range. That was huge innovation, having range units that could actually fire over things, and the terrain actually started mattering in a way that it didn't before. Like that was really really interesting. Now the way that they limited the city thing, I think that the way they went about it was to try and demonstrate that you are one empire, and that's how they did it. They, I think in Civ 4 they had civics cost was how it was all gold, like how you were one empire. In this, they made it about the happiness, and that you couldn't expand the empire unless you were able to like get a certain level of happiness. That was just their way of having how many cities that you could have. The game still worked, but also the game was designed that you could do a lot more with fewer cities, right? And that's fair. But it still also felt like Civ. It's still starting at the Stone Age, ending in the Atomic Age. I could go to Alpha Centauri, all from the beginning, ready to go, one continuous, stand the test of time. That was all there. Civ 5, I think their major kind of breakaway from the rest of it too was they did try to also go for kind of a more hyper realism than we experienced with other Civs. Like I think, especially since like Civ Revolution, the art of Civ started to become more cartoony, and like Civ 5 was like, no, we're gonna make this realistic. We're gonna have, you know, buildings burning in the background when you meet certain civs, and it's gonna be real. And that was interesting that it had that gritty feeling. Like it did have an interesting gritty feeling. And there's a certain charm to it. And then Civ 6, I think, brought us back to that more fun, Civ Revolution art and brightness and bubbliness, and that was good too. That was good too. Like I loved the Civ 6 showed us districts and made the terrain interesting in a new way. So yeah, I don't hate Civ 5. I don't hate Civ 5, okay? Believe me, I don't hate, like we played it, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of parts of this that were really fun. But that's the thing, it still makes me smile. I might be like, how can you say that Civ 5 is better than Civ 6? I could, yeah, sure. But it still makes me smile when I play the game. Okay, Civ 2 does it, Civ 3 does it, Civ 4 does it, Civ 5 did it, Civ 6 did it, Civ Beyond Earth did it, right? Still having a smile when I play the game. I have a smile that I'm talking to you, Nystagmus. I have a smile that some of our friends in the community are here. That's making me smile. And the game's bringing us together. That's making me smile. But not the game itself. Man, he like crossbowmen or something. These they're defending themselves somehow. Oh, no. How is your part of this war going? I'm like trying to defend my city state, and uh, not going as well as it could. Why do these guys hold a grudge? Mm. Oh, conquistadors. Okay, I got conquistadors. And let's get a relic. Oh my god.
Sorry, I was muted. I was talking the whole time. You couldn't hear me.
Oh, that's why I got away with saying so much. All right, that makes sense. I did. I
uh,
had like pauses where I was ready for you to jump in.
sorry. No, what I said was like, I take Cooley's kind of perspective. I'm a little bit more of uh, glass half full, right? That's usually my major perspective on most things, right? And what I was saying was like back when we were playing Civ 4, right? Civ 4 was the very last Civ that I bought the physical copy to,
Right.
right? And the reason why that's important is, and again, the way glass half full, I know people talk about like AAA games are bad, or there's been like the decrease in quality. I'm not fully convinced. I think there are certain things that have happened in the gaming world where our standards are just much higher, right? Like, which is a good thing, by the way, right? If our standards are higher, that means overall the quality of games we play are much better, right? And the good news about this day and age is if a game like people usually like throw around who's the major developer for Nintendo. Let me say a rushed game is so a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad, right?
This
Um,
game was not rushed, my friend. They've been making it for years.
no, but one of the criticisms is that it felt like it wasn't finished, right? And again, years is like the length of time is irrelevant, right? Games take way longer to make now than they used to. Um,
I okay. Go ahead, finish it.
no. But again, that saying is, I don't know if that saying is relevant anymore because games can be changed after they're released. That like if you were to tell someone in 1995 when like N64 was coming out and PlayStation was coming out that after a game was released they could fix all the bugs that you find in it. And remember, people used to speed run games to look for bugs, right? Um, Now they can use the community as kind of like um, ultimate beta testers. Now, the one downside to that is they really should be spending a lot of money to, or charging a lot of money to do that. That's a criticism I can levy at them. But that's one of the advantages that we have these days, which is games can be fixed after release now.
Okay, okay, okay. So you're right. But rebuttal. What you're describing and what the real shift here, you're describing goodwill. Games can be fixed because players have more, we have goodwill. And a gaming company will get so much goodwill and it will make it that the rush is not as severe. So if Civ 6 comes out and there's little things like, planes are useless and it takes too much resources to even get them, and then when you do they don't really do anything, they're not worth it. Okay? That's a little grievance, but there's enough goodwill that the game is fundamentally, yeah, all right, I'm having fun. All right, and these are just little things. I am going to complain about them for sure. There's enough goodwill, so there's the heat, the pressure is not on as drastically, and you can have several months, you can have a couple of years even to sort of fix things as you go. But goodwill, okay, it's an exhaustible resource, and you can have that. It gets used up very, very rapidly if you do a major misstep. All right, and I think your example's solid. All right, but in this situation, there was a major misstep, and the goodwill,
can
like
I?
that was a lot of goodwill you were looking
Yeah,
for.
can
That
I?
was a lot of goodwill.
I'll
Now
put.
the pressure's really, really
Yeah,
on, and it's not that you've got a year, to make the airplane worthwhile. Okay, now it's like, wow, nobody's playing this. This is really worrisome. Now we got to really, like, what are we doing?
right.
There's chaos, right?
Now, if I
And
were to,
the feedback's going to be
yeah,
different.
if I give a little bit of pushback on that, what you're describing right now is kind of like the argument that goodwill means nothing. It's an expendable resource, but they gave us 6 solid iterations of the game, and if all the goodwill is spent because they made one misstep, then why would game developers care? It means that as soon it's great until I make one mistake and then it's all
Now,
gone.
now I feel like
That's I'm just counter argument.
I feel like you're gaslighting
I'm not gaslighting.
the I do. I feel like, because in like, I understand, like, you're playing devil's advocate right now, but you're dismissing the legitimate grievances,
I
and it's not like this is some random Twitch streamer with a very low influence saying this, right? Like, this is where, if you're looking at, are people playing, right? If you're looking at that, if you're just looking at, is it the game being played in any capacity? That is, so I don't think that's fair. What you're saying right now,
No,
because I think what I'm feeling, I think a lot of people are feeling.
again, I never once like you. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna make a ban now. You're not allowed to use the term gaslight until you look it up and give me a definition. But like
You've just you. I think it feels like you're dismissing a legitimate grievance,
that
and
that
then going on to say that the
okay,
real issue is uh, that people are not giving a chance,
I never said that.
and they're, well, I don't know, kind of
I never.
sounds
No,
like
no,
it
no,
to me.
no. So first of all, you're now banned from using the term gaslight until you look it up and you type up me a 500-word essay of what gaslighting means with a relevant
I
with
am,
a relevant.
dude. I get gaslighted all the time. All right,
uh,
the argument that I feel that you just dismissed the legitimate
I
grievances,
I
and are trying to
I
suggest that there is no problem. Maybe people are too privileged. I don't
now
know.
okay.
That's what
So
it
you know
feels
what?
like.
I'm gonna here. Everyone here, okay? Someone who is in who deals with mental health and stuff like that. I will now give you. I I did, in fact, put a lot of thought into the way I worded my pushback because I said, as a counter argument, would this not be the case? And gave you an example. Not once did I say that what people were saying wasn't true. I didn't say that their grievances weren't like whatever, right? And I was just making a counter argument or like another perspective in which if you say that the goodwill is now wasted, meaning because meaning that like obviously they've spent it with the way that they released the game, right? Then is there a fear or a problem that perhaps then people may not take goodwill as like very important and or not as something that they need to care about. Now, that doesn't mean that people aren't like
But we
afraid.
did give goodwill. We all bought it. We were it. Like we didn't care about paying for it. We're all good. Like it was fine. Like it, and it's not anger. I'd argue it's not anger or anything like that, right? And we still give goodwill, and we're still playing. All right, there's like the goodwill is still there, but how far can it go? And when we look at the numbers, and it is troubling. And again, this is coming from, I'm not angry. I'm sad. I don't want it to be this way. I want that we're always excited and that we're always in, and you know and I do want a solution, and I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to keep advocating that we should all keep playing.
Okay, I just again I'm not and I really don't feel
No
like
one's to blame here.
I
I'm
really
not
don't feel like
blaming
I'm
you.
being that confrontational, right? I'm just kind of offering
You're
different
not. You're not.
okay.
I think the situation here is, you're like, all the points you're presenting are reasonable and they're rational, and I am I'm not even trying to counter them. I'm just expressing like how I feel as a Civ fanatic, how I feel that there's just like a certain emptiness, and it makes me sad. Like I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong per se. All right, like I've tried to look at what I think maybe the issue might be, and yeah, I think it's the abrupt start, and like I'm giving a suggestion as to how maybe it could have flowed better, and maybe with the way it currently is, like how I could see it shift into it. Um,
Sorry,
but
I didn't mean to interrupt. Rex, don't worry about it, man. Zoe and I like because people may not know like we're related, we're cousins. This is
we're
nowhere.
not. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not upset.
this is
I'm not
definitely not heated.
sorry. I'm so sorry. This is not heated. This is not heated.
we've
Where I'm
gotten
not upset.
we've
I'm not
got yeah
upset.
we've gotten into heated
We
arguments
You
before.
want to see us get heated? We will get heated.
Yeah, definitely not yet. Don't worry.
And like, if it's heated, it'll usually be, Nystagmus has this like amazing ability that and it works. It's perfect. All right. He can actually destroy my entire argument by removing a single linchpin very expertly, and then it's like, oh no. He's done it
I
lots of
I
times.
honestly think that that happens way less often than you lead on, and
Eh,
then
yeah, I like to think as an amateur historian, I hold my own. But like I can't. There's some things I can't
you don't
rally
understand,
against
guys. The
because
stag was just the
you
bait.
you know.
The stag was just the bait lords me into defeat. No.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
uh,
I got some good name calling, and there's always my trusty rock.
I just lost another city, man. We're not even on deity, aren't we? We're not even on the hardest difficulty, and we're just getting
We're on immortal. We're on
yeah.
immortal.
Yeah, so my whole perspective was just I have a glass half full. I think that the game is still very fixable, and I think it will be.
It
Um,
is. It is. It certainly is. It certainly is.
and
And they're up for. I know they're up for the challenge, and they will. By the way, everybody. Okay, I love Fraxis. I do. They will do. They're gonna bend over backwards to make sure that that things work out. They will. They love their community. They will. They are listening. Okay, I guarantee you they are listening. And everything I'm saying comes from a place of love. Okay, and I know we're all here because we love. Right? We love.
but yeah, just kind of like the my perspective. Again, I'm just trying to give like this obviously for the viewers here because I think it's getting kind of heated. I'm just trying to give like you may not know I am very the one thing I am good at doing, and Zoe knows this is I'm very good at playing devil's advocate in the sense that you don't really know how I feel. I'm just trying to give the other perspective what someone else would say. I may agree with Zoe 100%. You're not gonna know. I ain't gonna tell you.
He's not going to tell us.
I'm just trying to give a different perspective so it's everyone's watching, not just us going, man, it's doing the exact same thing. We all agree. Agreement is boring sometimes, but having another perspective, it can help broaden our horizons. And the ability to play devil's advocate is, I think, a very important
It
skill.
is critical. It is
Uh,
critical. You have to be able to know to present both sides, for sure. And it's what I always like about having a discussion with Nystagmus is it helps me be better at it because he's not gonna fall for some one of my like logical pit traps or something like that. Could you? I've got like 2,000 gold. It's like one of the reasons we're losing right now
yeah,
is because we're
I
maybe
think,
not completely paying
yeah, we're
attention.
not paying attention.
But you know what I love is that we've got some of our greatest fans here, and they're engaging and talking, and this is exactly what we want. I think too that you know having these conversations on our threads as well. Got to get back into that. Uh, Ever since Zozo made the executive decision to delete Twitter from his account, I don't have Twitter anymore. I think engaging, we gotta, I guess, choose our new platform if it's Sky Blue or whatever it is, because these are good conversations to be had, and I think that like ultimately having them it'll trickle through, and give perspective um to people who can hear us out. We do have to choose our new Twitter. Probably easy just to go with Sky Blue.
Yeah, it's probably
Blue
the
Sky.
one that's most available.
Oh wait, I need troops. I'm like, what am I doing? I need armies. The problem is that we're being crushed. But it's also the technology right now that I have is not super good for repelling these forces.
Okay.
Wait, is a conquistador not a military unit? Have I been building? No. It has to be. Wow, have I been that? Maybe that's why the forces I've been building can't actually attack anybody. No, these are units, right? All right, I'm building another
Conquistadors?
one. Conquistador's got to be a unit.
I think so. Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's not a unit. Oh my god, it's a unit, but it's like a great person. It's like a general or something. What?
Oh,
I don't know Spain. I don't know Spain. I thought conquistadors were like a musketman.
you're too
Nope. I'm playing Civ 6 in my
yeah, you're
head.
playing Civ 6 in your head. That's what's happening.
So I don't have any warrior style unit. What? No. Corsair. Each country can only receive what? No, each country can only receive. Oh. All right. Well, obviously, I don't know Spain, and I'm using uh, things that just don't exist anymore. All right. So it's a great person. But you act. All right. I'm sorry. That's dumb. That's dumb. Conquistador is not a unit. Well, that's part of it then too. That's on me. I've been building conquistadors, and they don't.
You're just
They
building like
don't.
massive armies of them.
They don't do what I thought they did. Got this big army of. Hopefully, they're kind of like generals. I guess.
They say
They're like
Spain has the Tercio.
the Tercio.
Yeah.
Okay.
This thing
Okay.
was-
I guess it does. It's got a little hat. Okay. Doesn't that like this is me being a dope because like right there is the attack with 37 and there is no attack beside the conquistador and probably the movement 5 should have been a giveaway. Like, this is not a unit.
Oh yeah. Your like most powerful melee units just like fly across the map.
yeah.
That's
I don't understand why we're losing
totally,
the war. But...
Totally fair and balanced.
Yeah.
And then Zoe, let me tell you why this is the game's fault.
Yeah, let me tell you why Civ 7 is not working because some developers don't want me to win.
Oh, it can be used on distant lands. That makes sense from a historical perspective.
Oh, sure, if you want to go from a historical perspective. Oh my God! Look at that city you got and that treaty. Clearly surrounded and about to die. The Red Wizard's about to die.
Yeah, I kind of like phoned it in for the last part of this game while we were having our discussion there.
You know what though? I gotta say, Nystagmus, today more than ever felt like the Civ show, and that's good. That's a good thing. That's a compliment.
I think when Rex said it was getting heated, it was probably my comments about gaslighting, but that's only just because I hate that term.
Oh, that was more. I despise. It was a trigger that like Nystagmus will not be told he's gaslighting.
I hate that term so much because it's misused all the time.
I know though, like
in case anyone knows,
when you try to share, and you didn't do this, but when you try to share with somebody, this is a problem, and then they tell you, "Oh no, it's not a problem." It's like, but you know it's a problem. That's gaslighting.
Actually, it's even deeper than that. If anyone wants to know, right? So like, in case anyway, because I know it's been used a lot if you go online. No Zozo hitting the gaslight button. No, it was Zozo hitting the gaslight button, not you rebutting Nystagmus.
Yeah. Zozo, you? I'm not sure you're allowed to even say the word. You know how I like to explain to somebody that I've just conquered their city about how it's their fault.
Yeah. Yeah, that is like it so like true gaslighting means that the person who's on the receiving end has to start questioning reality, right? And so
Yeah.
it usually takes like a very long time to do it. It's usually that's why it's usually used in the context of long-term relationships, because it's an abuse tactic that takes a long time to instill in another person. Um, that
It
that
can it can happen in non in like other types of relationships. I like it happens all the time in professional relationships
Yeah,
too.
but
But it is the same. It is the same. You're right. It's like a chain of behavior.
yeah, yeah. To the point where the person like starts thinking like they're like they start creating like false memories. That kind of stuff, right? Um, and so, but that's why I don't. Oh, one thing that's cool that will like is treasure fleets or treasure convoys. They can go over land now and your way back to your territory. That is actually pretty cool. Treasure fleets was always
Aren't
kind of
they?
the
And now it's good one, Rex. It's also now they're on land, right? It's not just in the water.
they can be both. Yeah, they're convoys. They
Yeah,
can be used in both.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and it has a great song, Convoy.
yeah.
Look, son, it's one of nature's most beautiful sights.
The
The
convoy.
convoy.
When he just like tells them that he has like an odd like a back when apparently trucks can self drive themselves and we can't even get that technology to work properly now.
We'll never stop the Simpsons. Like maybe Marge is a robot. I was just commenting today about the things I still remember, and it's like, yeah, it is totally like ADHD brain, but um, like how I can still remember, you know, all the rules for Dungeons and Dragons, second edition, third edition, fourth edition, Pathfinder, like perfectly, no problem. I can still remember the Fraggle Rock theme song and like all the theme songs from the things growing up as a kid. And of course the one that we all have, which is if you grew up watching The Simpsons, can remember like the exact quote and when to use it properly. I'm certain there are courses out there in some abstract universities and maybe some official ones that are about Simpson taglines because like it's become for a certain group. I'd say it's become part of our vernacular, right? It's become part of our. It's almost like Darmok Angelarda Tanagra is our Simpsons quotes, and that's like you have to be super nerd. Like I'm
um,
nerd referencing a nerd
the
reference.
Simpsons are I would say like the relic still hold over from like 1990s, early 2000s, where you had a show where almost everybody watched, right? Um,
Right, cultural phenomenon.
yeah, agricultural phone. Now a lot of shows now like you get more of them, but a lot of them are more like if you look at the viewership stats for The
Thanks,
Simpsons,
Rex.
um, and say like another one that's very popular, you can compare it to say Rick and Morty, right?
Right,
Rick and Morty, even at its height, didn't even get into like 25% of what The Simpsons used to draw, because
right.
there's so many more shows available now because you have like streaming services, you have a lot more players
Right.
in the
It was
game
like one of the first major cultural phenomenons, right? People used to tape it. Remember taping? Taping things?
before TiVo. Um,
But like you didn't have unlimited choices, right? It was a limited choice, but it was one that like it really hit a mark. Like
yeah,
I still remember Nystagmus. I still remember watching the Tracy Ullman show. I remember specifically for that as a kid. I remember the Tracy Ullman show was not for kids, but it had The Simpsons. And I remember when I saw the commercial for The Simpsons, I remember calling up to my Simpson, my calling up to my sister, and yelling that the whatever it was that we called the milkshake show or whatever. Like it's gonna be a show, and it was like it was exciting, right? Like it was just right time, right place. It hit a mark. It was, culturally, it was relevant to like it was and controversial, right? There were some components of it that were very controversial, and it was just
Oh,
perfect timing for it. And it was one of the firsts.
so oh wait, there's a character limit on your religion. I can't do my religion anymore. Um, the peacock actually exists.
It is the peacock's there, man.
I think that's the peacock. Yeah.
It's a peacock. It's for you, buddy.
Can I not pick one? Why can't I pick my religion? I can't confirm it. That's weird. Oh, I can't make a name one. It won't let me do it. That's weird.
Oh, you can't rename it?
No.
Right there. Go to your religion. Oh, you can't because you chose the cross. I don't
No,
know.
no. When I go to name your religion, it won't let me do it. It won't let me confirm. Oh, there we go. You have to like put a check mark.
Okay, you figured it out.
That's weird. That's an extra step that doesn't need to exist.
Talk about gaslighting here. Your religion doesn't even exist, Nystagmus.
That wasn't necessary.
I kind of don't like that all the enhanced beliefs and stuff like that, they're all there. It's just a slightly different shade of gray. You have to like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be a little bit more obvious.
Even like I just got an enhancer belief, but like the way the screen pops up, it's like, what is this? What am I looking at here? And it's that you have to like scroll down in order to be like, oh, enhancer belief. Okay, I see.
Oh, I also found out a reason why you probably should build walls in all your settlements before the age turns over. And it's because I don't know how to build
Oh,
walls
because
until
it's cheaper?
No, because I don't know how to build walls until I research castles now.
Oh.
Like if you go to my cities, I can't buy walls. So I have to wait until I'm actually done researching castles where I can build medieval walls.
Whoa, these dudes are like destroying this city so quickly. It's got walls and everything.
You only have ancient walls though.
Maybe.
Okay, so we suck, and don't
We
worry,
suck.
no one else has to. So
No one has to. No one's gonna know. Oh my god. These guys are like very slowly moving to help. Like my guys took a butt whooping in my very haphazard attempt to try and save my city state that failed miserably.
yeah, but it is getting close to
It
7 for you,
is.
right?
It is. It. The time is approaching for us to sing the goodbye song. A new feature on the Civ show. We just made it up. Goodbye, everyone. See you next week. Goodbye, everyone. It's time to go. What do you think? And
Decent.
every show that way?
5 out of 10. Yeah, so
The
we might as well
goodbye
just finish
song?
it up after this turn, right? Because we got 10 minutes. We can kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of
Let's finish this turn. And we can lessons learned for the next time we have a comp stomp. Obviously, we have to kill more civs in the ancient era. I don't think that matters, though. I'm pretty sure the new civs will arise, but there is definitely some lessons learned. And like, truthfully, if this game did I have a force now, and I'm paying attention, so I can definitely we could force these guys out. And as you can see, because again of what is going on, AI, like your city there, Pathragrada. Look at it. Look at it. It's surrounded by catapults. Okay, everything's dead around it, but nothing can actually take the city over. Why'd you want to take the city over? We just like to shoot stuff. What's wrong with that? Now that might be that, like, I don't know, maybe the AI is programmed to know that if it was facing other AI is going to use, like, every single district has a city wall, and we're not doing that yet. So it's got to send a bunch of catapults, but like not a single melee unit. What's going on there, AI? Come on. You did it again, Xerxes. You did it again. All right, so let's end here. We'll do a different game next time. I'm going to exit to the main menu. And, I guess I should have seen who was... It doesn't matter. We're on the same team. So, closing thoughts. Nystagmus, go ahead.
I think some of the changes in the patch, I think, pretty good. The UI, I know we're not using any mods right now, which is part of what we were doing this last little bit. So I think that the changes that they made in terms of the UI and stuff are a lot more can follow even just at the base game, even though we don't have any of the UI mods on right now. But I think we come back and keep on exploring the game. We have our differences in terms of how the game's doing so far, but I still think keep on playing and maybe learn some more. But ultimately I know that you're a little bit more concerned about it. I still kind of have fun whenever I play the game, especially with you guys, with you and Roman Holiday. So I'm not getting bored of it to play every week. I will announce right now that in July I will go back to streaming myself on Monday morning my time, so Pacific time, learning Civ 7. So I'll get learning the game, so I'm not so bad on Sundays anymore.
And yeah, I had fun today. Of course I had fun. All of the things I say, they come from a place of love. I love this game. I trust this game. I trust that the 30 years that some of us have put into it, we're there's a reason for that, and that whatever it is will come along. And maybe it is that we have to change. I don't know. In the end, we'll come and we'll play every Sunday. I just I hope that I start getting that I can't wait to get home and play Civ feeling again. And those of us that can recall, that feeling, it's great. It's also bad because it's like a bit of an addiction. Like where that those evenings where it's like, oh my god, it's 3 a.m, or even worse when it's 3 a.m. Well, I can start another game. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing that's not the case. As far as the patch is concerned, I gotta obviously like look at all the things that changed. There's some things that I think I could already notice that were positive, and there were things there that too that like we weren't paying attention, and that's more why we were getting our butts kicked. But the important thing is that we're having the lively discussion, and we're here when we're still having the lively discussion, and it's because we care and we're passionate about it, and we're going to keep coming back every week being passionate about it, and we are going to use Civ 7 as our means to raise funds for some great for a great charity, and all of these things that Civ does, right? And it brings all these people together, and awesome people playing an awesome game, and that's the important thing. So we're going to keep doing that, and we're all going to keep playing, and we're all going to keep having fun regardless of our quips. So I had fun today in Nystagmus, and it's always good to be on the same team and then also not be on the same team. That's the best, and that's what I think about being on the Civ show. So yeah, next week we'll see what happens. If holidays around, we'll definitely start a new game, and we'll keep exploring our Civ 7. I'm looking forward to eventually trying the Last Age. I still have not played the Modern Era. And how many have you played? A lot of the Modern Era, Nystagmus?
Not really, no.
No, well, we'll get there. The thing is, like, I don't want to just like start in the Modern Era. I do want to have that we begin a game and we get to the Modern Era in the game. And this, like, we got through 2 ages today. That's not bad. We got through 2 ages. So yeah, we'll see.
Hey, I think friend of the show, Copperbutt, is playing Civ 7.
Oh, sweet!
So
I like
I think
Copperbutt.
I'll go ahead and rate her.
We haven't rated in forever.
So everyone say hi.
You better say hi, like, and follow if you haven't.
Okay, and then hope everyone sees us next week. And
yeah,
have a good one.
goodbye, everybody. Give us
Bye.
one more turn.